Hold on. Has it worked? Hello. Hello, everybody. Welcome to the Timbo the Wizard Show. I'm Timbo the Wizard. I hope everybody's doing great today. I hope everyone's having a great time out there in Twitch land. Welcome in. Welcome in. It's a new day. It's a new week. It's another week in paradise here. Hello. Hope everyone is doing well out there. Hope everybody had a fantastic and a restful weekend. Got their spoons back, got their spell slots restored, you know, got some sleep, got some cake. Who doesn't love cake? Hope everybody had a good time. To kick off the show today, we're gonna continue our playthrough of Outer Worlds. We're gonna keep playing. Oh god, what was the name of the guy? I think it was Jerry Waddington. We're gonna keep playing Jerry Waddington on his exploration as a bootlicker scientist in a strange and new world. Before we dive into that, I got a couple of clean house kind of things. I got a couple of exciting announcements I want to pop off on all y'all real quick like. So first of all, I want to give a shout out to LXKBW, or Lex, as I know that they also go by. Thank you so much for the follow. I appreciate you. Hope to see you around. I also want to go ahead and announce that on Wednesday of this week, during my normal time slot. Oh, yes, the adventure command worked. Yes, thanks, Goldmoon. Awesome. Freaking Pog. That's great. That fucking never works. So I'm glad to see it's worked once. It's all it needs to do. It only needs to work once and I'm happy. I'm good. Just endorphins all day. Okay, so this Monday is today. This Wednesday, during my normal stream slot, 2 to 5 p.m. Eastern Standard Time, I am going to be over. This channel is not going to be live, but I will be guest spotting and streaming over at Dungeon Meowster's channel. They are going to be doing a one-shot on their channel where I'm going to actually be running it. We're going to be playing Monster of the Week, and there's a mystery going on at the college. Students have been going missing, and they're going to be investigating and finding out what's the dealio. So that should be pretty fun, cool, and neat. And it'll be my first time running a game on Twitch, which will be pretty interesting. I've run plenty of games before, not on Twitch, but it'll be the first time on Twitch, so that'll be a fun time. And then also in exciting news, on Friday of this week, I will be live at my normal time, but on the Knights of the Bantam channel, we're going to be doing a fucking charity event for Red Canary Song, which is a super cool charity that supports Asian migrants and sex workers, which should be we're going to be playing all kinds of party games, and all the donations are going to go towards, oh man, I just realized the audio might be just a tinge loud. I'm just going to bump that down and all the donations are going to go towards that charity. So it should be a really good and interesting time. Should be a lot of fun, and I hope to see y'all there. Give me just 1 second as I update one more thing on my side, and then we'll dive on into the game. But yeah, we got a full docket ahead this week. Gonna be pretty exciting. I'm also intending, and on maybe not Wednesday because I'm gonna be busy Wednesday naturally, but I'm thinking Friday I might do something kind of different. I had this kind of idea that was fairly shamelessly lifted off of another streamer of doing an indie roguelike triathlon. They were doing a pentathlon, which we might get to, but we might get to. Hold on, I want to give a quick shout out to Dungeon Meow. Dungeon. Sure. I think that should just work. Yeah. And I'm also going to go ahead and give a shout out to Knights of the Bantam. And damn. That's pluralized. Boop. Boop. Hog. All right. I lost my train of thought. Oh, pentathlon. So on Friday, I'm thinking I'm gonna do some kind of crazy event. Something like we're gonna try to beat like 3 different roguelikes back to back. We're gonna try to streak through them. So that should be pretty wild. Why is this button messed up? Hold on, sorry. Button, why are you doing this? Oh goodness. Now I gotta open the stream deck. Hold on, 1 second. But yeah, so this should be pretty interesting. On a short list of games that I feel like I could probably beat within that time frame, or back to back to back, back to back to back. Yeah. It's gonna be Hades, Enter the Gungeon, and The Binding of Isaac. I was thinking about maybe doing a pentathlon as well. I can definitely, I know I can beat Exit the Gungeon, although that game is a little bit more arcadey and a little less roguelike-ish. But the fifth one, what was I gonna do for the fifth one? I had an idea, but I can't remember what. I wrote it down somewhere. Anyways, let's go ahead and, oh goodness. Oh yeah, I was opening this. Oop. Up, up, up. Are you gonna work now? Voice mod is running, you silly. Silly. It is running. The button, bro. Hold on. We're just gonna. Okay, I think that's working now. Sorry about that, guys. Alright, we should be good to go now, though. Pop, 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 pop. Okay, great. Let me know if the game sound is a little too loud or if it's a little too quiet or any of that good stuff. And we'll go ahead and dive on in. So... oh, no, controller's not working now. Oh my god. It's all the issues that you could possibly have on this fine Monday morning. Which seems about right. I'll get back in. You like that? No? You don't like that? What do you like? Like this? It likes it. Oh man, with the musical cue right at the optimal moment. All right, ladies and germs, let's do it. Bop. All right, we're continuing. And drink some coffee real quick. Caffeinate. Ah, delicious. Anthrocillin, good for all that ails you. By Auntie Cleo's Antibiotics. Purifies poisons, toxins, and venoms. Fight when nature inflicts. Disclaimer, do not intake more than the recommended dosage and expect compensation for injury. Amazing. 1 second. Bop, bop, bop. Okay. Last we left off, we were in the cannery, and Parvy had just joined the group, and we had gotten the task to go get a power thing, technical term, for our spaceship. But if we get the power thing, again a technical term, then it will remove power to the deserters who have left the cannery and have gone to live out into the woods because they were having a shit time here, and also the place is heavily plagued. So that's like a thing. Oh man. Ooh, man, stuttering just a little bit. That. And it wasn't juddering at all last time. It was like running at like a solid 60. What's going on? Do I have too much open in the background? That probably would be doing it. Go ahead and close this. And no. Hold on. 2 seconds. Close out some unnecessary programs. Bop. This. Go away. And 2. Oh, that's open. Da. Ooh. That was a big old judder. Okay, I think we're good to go. That should hopefully have helped. I might need to restart the game. It's fine. We'll work with it. We'll work it. It's fine. So this is the terminal for Phyllis Granger. See what Phyllis has been chatting about. From Thompson. Medical treatment, Phyllis. Owing to your hard work and positive attitude, I have sanctioned your access to medical treatment in the event of contagion. As you know, the company has not provided us with enough medicine to treat every worker. I wish I could treat every member of the Spacer's Choice family who fell ill to this plague, but I cannot. Medical privileges are strictly merit-based. Please do not, under any circumstances, distribute your ration of medication to any other workers. We're all in this together. Oh wait, there was another message. Oh wait, no, that was it. Personal files. We're gonna hack in. Hacker voice, I'm in. Alright. Password, Tenderfoot. Feet, that's so tender. Personal files. Last entry. Theodore buried last night. Reed asked me not to report his death in our quarterlies. Sounds fair to me. He was asked to prepare a statement or something for the other workers. Been thinking about it. Don't know what to tell him. Don't end up like Theodore. Do your work, show up, wear a smile, and you'll get your medical privileges. It's a start? Wow. I mean, basically, she sounds like anybody in HR, so. We take the weapon parts. We're not gonna take no needless, melee weapons. Oh, hey, it's Phyllis. Hey, Phyllis. I was just going through your computer. Lol.
Whatever. Make it quick, Tenderfoot. I'm busy.
Hey, she just called me a Tenderfoot. You know that's your password, right? I'm guessing you're the foreman.
Granger. Mind those words don't come out of your mouth unless preceded by yes or right away or thank you.
I mean, I don't work here, but...
Shit. Silas still on about that.
Give me your money.
Here, take the fees. I'd appreciate it if you didn't tell Reed I was late on my pay.
Give me your money. Pay in advance for your grave, G-Diet. These papers aren't signed in your name?
Because they're not my fees and not my gravesite. Guy I worked with shot himself. I paid the bill.
You have to pay for your neighbor's gravesite fees?
If you're not familiar with board law, you ought to be. Law requires delinquent gravesite fees to be paid by the deceased party's closest living relative, which meant me. Shame, though.
Oh, you were your closest living relative, I see. Did the guy shot himself?
Woke up one morning and put a round through his upper story. Can't imagine why. The kid was doing all right at his desk. We all thought he was an upstanding receptionist. Just between the two of us, I'm pretty shocked his weapon didn't misfire. Spacer's Choice handguns aren't the most reliable.
You're surprised his gun didn't misfire when he was attempting to kill himself? Jesus. It must be tough losing family.
Eugene wasn't family.
What do you mean he wasn't family? I thought you said you were his closest living relative.
Yeah, I was the closest living person relative to his body at time of death. I'm the one who found him, you see, so I pay the fines. Suicide's a crime. The legal term is irreparable damage to company property. What Eugene did to himself was vandalism.
He vandalized himself when he killed himself. That's fun. Oof. Vandalism, huh? Did you have to clean bits of him off the walls or something? Or what are they gonna do, arrest his corpse?
When one of your workers commits a crime, the entire town pays for it. In other words, Edgewater would have been penalized pretty hard. Whatever Eugene was worth as an asset, we would have had to pay out of pocket to Spacer's Choice.
He was a person, not an asset.
Well, excuse you. I'll have you know, Eugene was an asset to us all. May his atoms be commended to the law. All I know is Silas asked me for Eugene's gravesite fees, which means he was approved for burial, which means his papers went through, which means the town's in the clear. I'm just glad to put this whole ugly affair behind me. Eugene can rest his bones in peace, and the rest of us can get on with our own lives.
All right, I'll let you get back to work. Pretty macabre. Look at this jabron. What do I got in terms of gear? I got pretty much jack. I'm still wearing the first piece of armor that you get in the game, which you start with. Lol. See if we can find some better gear around here. Cannery worker. This game also does the very Fallout thing of if the person doesn't have a name, you can't really talk to them. For better or for worse. Found a vending machine. Look away. Jesus. What's going on with your eyes, dude? What the fuck? Person has been wearing a mask. Vending machines. You can buy stuff. What a guest. Oh, this is a food vending machine. Although they've got armor. I'm gonna buy any armor. I love that all the vending machines, their associated logos or their associated jingles when you use them. This is a toilet. down here? Oh, this is the power generator. Right, this is where you get the thing. Where you can get one of the power generator things. Oh yeah, I forgot we got Parvy on our team now. Parvy has joined the squad. E&L makes the best gear for your friends and family, the Companion Ledger. This Companion Ledger shows you everything you need to know about your companions. You can see their skills, stats, status effects, and gear. To change your companion's gear, yeah, do the thing. Got a cool hammer. She got a cool pistol. I mean, I guess technically I could take her arm, but that seems. Hey, Hawkward in the house. How's it going, brother? Hope you're doing well. There's a great stream today. Also, I missed the ending of saying goodbye by like freaking 2 seconds, but it was good. I was there most of the time. It was a good one. How are you digging Control? The game is real good, right? Like every part that you were getting to in like the new section of the game, I was like, oh man, this is my favorite part. And then you would get to another section, and I was like, oh man, this is my favorite part. I was just like, man, are all the parts my favorite? And Melly's here too. Oh my gosh, welcome in, Mel. It was so good time. Yeah, I'm into it. Yeah, it's cool, right? Like I really like the like level of world building and stuff that they did. Like the whole vibe of that game is real cool. It really feels like, I mean, maybe I'm a little bit basic in this regard, but I kind of like it when like things like just actively wear their inspirations on their sleeves, right? Like, and they don't have to be like exactly like the inspiration or what have you, but like the fact that it's like, yeah, this is definitely the foundation, like super obviously, is really cool. I think that that's really neat, because it's like it pays homage to it. It's real neat. I have awoken the Melly, and she has come to play with us. Awesome. Awesome. Oh, stuff. Adreno. Yeah. Controls are like a really interesting and a really kind of special game, because I also really like the way that the narration is handled and the story in that game.
I'm sorry. I'll just be a minute.
And let the man finish his smoke.
Next one comes out of your pay.
Ease off the threats, friend. I'm going.
Boss's orders. We all got quotas to make.
Whoa, doesn't I, right, brother? But I love the cinematic nature of Control. Like the scenes where you're in the beginning where you're talking to Emily Pope, and like it shows the exterior of the oldest house, and you're like panning slowly up the building as this dialogue is happening. It's just like, oh my god. Like I like movies, and I'm a bit of a cinema nerd. So like when stuff like that happens, when it's just so cinemagraphically like beautiful, I'm like, yes, pump this just straight into my veins. I love it.
I'm not allowed in here.
Oh hey, it's Julius Moreau.
Vending machine incident.
Oh, Parvy's not allowed in here.
Got my eye on you, girl.
Stunning. Yeah. Oh man, and the RTX lighting too, and like the reflections and stuff. Oh, and the freaking physics. Oh my god, the game's good. Anyways, what do you want, Julius?
Miss Holcomb ain't allowed in this establishment. Not since that little incident.
Oh, Parvy's not allowed in here. What's the incident?
Ask her if you care.
I have so many questions, but in a good way. Like I think the pacing is on
I won't touch
point.
anything
Yeah.
while we're in here, Mr. Moreau. I promise.
What did he say Parvy did? Ask her if you care. He's not gonna go into the details. I got some questions for you, Moreau.
Right.
What's your take on this place?
What, you mean Edgewater? That's a peculiar question. This a test? Am I being tested right now? It's fine and dandy. Couldn't be happier. Wouldn't want to spend my life working anywhere else. Prettiest little town on Terra 2.
You little shifty, Moreau. Telling yourself that won't make it true.
You are condescending to me, and I do not care for it.
Nope, he didn't like that.
I am lucky to have my work. Lucky to be alive. I don't get paid for banter. Was there something you needed?
Let's see what you're saying.
Music to my ears.
I gotta ask Parvy what's up with why she's not allowed in here. How do I sell my junk? Headline sounds inappropriate. What's the button for it? Maybe I don't have any junk. don't got no junk. I'm junkless. Ooh, sweet hammer. Maxwell. For some reason, you think this hammer should be silver. I feel like this is for sure a reference, but I don't get it. Maxwell, the silver hammer, was built with extra weight for crushing hits to the head and other weak spots, but isn't well balanced for smooth. Man, the modeling is so good. Wow, it's pretty. Like, I really like the design of it. That's cool. Just wish I could make it swivel in the way that I want to. I just want to see the head of it. There we go. That's cool, dude. Neat. Maybe I'll come back when I have 3,700 monies. Oh, is this is the vending machine. Hey, Parvy, tell me your story. Step out of there. Yo, Parvy, what's up? Oh, wow. The way her face is illuminated is so good. You mentioned something earlier that I wanted to ask you about.
Not allowed in the store anymore?
That's the one. There seems to be a story.
There was a kind of a thing with a vending machine when I was 12.
When you were 12? You were a kid. That must have been forever ago.
Sure, but folks got long memories around here. I've always been
small
good with
town, right?
hands, right? So I saw a lock on the machine and thought, oh, this must be how they refill it. But I had to know. So I did my thing. And next thing I know, there's a couple hundred bottles of Zero G rolling out the front door and into the road.
Laugh.
It's not funny. Right about then, a bunch of loaders came rolling in the gate, fresh off the Saltuna ships. And Mr. Thompson was up on the porch making a speech about how everyone would have to volunteer a third shift to get it all canned. Anyhow, you ever seen an auto loader run over a bottle of Zero G?
Go on.
Exploded all over Mr. Thompson. One bottle after another as the loaders went by.
Oh my god.
I was just shy of working age, so Dad had to pay all the damages. Moreau's still angry at me.
And he's still holding a
I can
grudge
laugh
10
about it
years
now,
later.
but I puked up my guts in terror in the moment. That's the one time I ever made Mr. Thompson look a fool.
What a great story, Parvy.
Another day at the cannery.
Don't go knocking your work. At least we've got work.
Yeah, be grateful for your work, plebeian. Could be one of those dissidents out there. Oh, hey, people. Wanted. Yeah. Gil Antrim from the Spacer's Choice Department of Retirement. A writ of execution effective immediately for Gil Antrim, former Spacer's Choice associate mechanic, terminated from his position and escorted from Edgewater on grounds of unauthorized use of adrenatime. Wanted for destruction of company property, murder of company workers in good standing, theft, and unauthorized use of medical supplies. Generous bounting, payment on delivery. Must be able to sign your own name. See Constable Reyes for details. Must be able to sign your own name? What a weird caveat. Bertie Cotton. Another writ of execution. Former vicar stationed in Edgewater. No longer in good standing with Halcyon Branch Order of Scientific Inquiry, at large and dangerous. Wanted for destruction of company property, murder of company workers, sedition, unauthorized use of medical supplies, generous bounty, payment on delivery. Must be able to sign your own name. And Doc Maybell. Another writ of execution, effective immediately. Physician condemned on charges of dereliction of duty, disappeared from Edgewater with 2 parcels of adrenatime. Is large and in charge and dangerous. Wanted for destruction of company property, murder of company workers in good standing, vandalism, and unlicensed practice of medicine on seditious criminals. Payment on delivery, must be able to sign your own name. So, okay, so this one doesn't specifically mention adrenatime, but it does say unauthorized use of medical supplies. The other 2 do mention adrenatime. How weird is that?
I've been feeling pretty low these days.
They've got the plague! Run! 6 feet! 6 feet! Where's your damn mask? All right. So, we got a couple of things we can do. We can go talk to the deserters and see about getting them to come back. We can also go on a little bit of a bounty. Oh, God! I shot my gun. We can also go on a little bit of a bounty. Oh, I still gotta do some grave sites, but those aren't going in. Let's go do the bounty right now. I gotta go get some fingers from these people. But where are my finger friends at? A little bit of fingerlings. Potatoes. Let's see what's going on up here. Oh, I found another vending machine.
Watch out!
Watch out for what? I've forgotten all the buttons on control. Bonk, bonk. And I do it again. Bonk, bonk. Get him, Parvy, get him. Get his ass.
That's the last of them.
Oh, she got him. She got his ass. What button is the freaking... Oh, no, that's not it. Oh, that's it. Okay. Yeah, get his ass, Parvy. Get his ass. Tear him. All right. Oh, I can hack. Oh, sweet. Unlock second story balcony door. I will do that. Let's look at the messages. Love reading messages. To Thompson. Subject. Excellent news. From L. Gibbs, Marketing Division. Hey, boss. Just wanted to check up on the new Saltuna Light project. I've been brainstorming some new taglines for the product line, and I think some of them will really catch our customers' attention. From Thompson. To L. Gibbs, in response to the excellent news. Dear Lawrence, I appreciate your hard work on behalf of our beloved brand of Saltuna. I've just received a response from corporate. They're not interested in your idea of a light version of Saltuna brand, because we'd rather not compete with ourselves. They are interested in the idea of lighter Saltuna. Effective immediately, we have been instructed to use heavier weighted cans so we can pack them with less Saltuna, thereby saving bits to every can. This is exactly the kind of breakthrough our cannery needs. In fact, our logistics department has just confirmed my request to have you transferred from the marketing division to the cannery. Can you imagine, Lawrence? You'll be rubbing elbows with your fellow workers on the canning line, filling each slightly heavier can with slightly less Saltuna, hour after hour, day after day. This is great. This is a great and tremendous honor for you and me. Effective immediately, your position in our marketing division has been terminated. I expect you to report to our foreman tomorrow morning. Your uniform will be deducted from your pay. Welcome. So what's really funny is that what they're talking about there, about putting less product in and weighing the thing to be more, that is actually a thing that exists in real life. It's called shrinkflation, and it's where they make the product smaller while saying it's the same size, and so they trick you into buying it. It's fucked up. Like lots and lots of really high-end brands do that kind of thing inherently. Well, they'll make the packages slightly smaller, but they'll keep the price the same. So you're buying less for the same price that you had initially been purchasing it for. You know, one of those tricksy corporate things. It's nice to see it brought up though. Ideas for Saltuna Light taglines. Melts on your mouth. Or melts on your mouth? Melts on your fork, not in your mouth. Less fat, with some Saltuna flavor. It's brine time. Now with the satisfying crunch of cartilage. Ugh. You can't spell Saltuna without salt. No, also can't spell Saltuna without aunts. Potential to market towards families? Leading scientists say it's still food. The Saltuna will thank you. Warning, may cause auditory hallucinations. We'll add more later. Trespassing, lockpicking, hacking, and murder, well, I mean, naturally, are all considered illegal activities and are frowned upon by society. Avoid being seen if you want to engage in those activities without consequences. Tuna talks. Tuna talks and the butt listens, am I right? Hey-o! Alright. Ooh! Hacky things. Now, with extra added artificial ingredients at no extra cost. Taste the freedom. Taste it. It's like... I should be in marketing. Hey, give me all that stuff. That stuff in that bin. Ooh, there's another one. Give me those earrings. Oh, look, fire. Wow, the ceramic pot is made out of titanium. Incredible. Yeah, yeet. Oh, snap. We got a grenade launcher. You know who's getting that grenade launcher. Best girl, Parvy. You know it. Boom, Parvy. You're now the heavy launcher person. Hope you're happy. Welcome to the family. Big gun for a big girl. Yeah. Woo! Let's do it. I always love giving Parvy just the most biggest fucking gun imaginable, just like a huge rocket launcher or something insane, and then giving her like sweet power armor just to make her like the most armored badass possible. Oh god. Oh, I thought he was a mine. Instead he's just a cute little sprat. No longer my son, be free! He just ran into some trash. Okay, so I think we are around the backside of the town a little bit. First of all, look how fucking gorgeous this. Holy shit, what a landscape. Wow. The freaking volcano with the lava flow. Wow. Game is so cool looking. Man. Visuals. There it is. Okay. So I wanted to creep back around behind here because oh god. Bad dog. Oh my god. Barbie, my leg.
Down they go.
Yeah. Oh, she only had it out for half a second, but she looks so fucking cool. Is my leg busted? I think my leg might be busted. I am crippled. That sucks. That's only gotta be for 13 more seconds. Oh, I'm noticing little blood splops on the bottom left. Interesting. Getting serious BioShock vibes. Right. Yeah. The tone of this game and like the heavy capitalist vibe are very similar to BioShock. That's another really good because BioShock has some really fantastic anti-capitalist vibes in it, which I really like. And it's not like all about like BioShock is very much like it's all about the profit, right? Same with especially with
Now they only come but once a month.
Infinite. Oh my god.
I love the wind here.
Especially with Infinite. Wait, okay, before we go talk to this guy, there is okay, so I think if you come down along here. I didn't find this my first playthrough. I'm pretty sure I found this on my second one though. Here we go. Because it's such a weird spot. Would you kindly fuck the patriarch? That's real good. Oh, hello, strange plant. Would you kindly? Yeah, that game is real good. Oh, look at this cute little bird. Loving it. Cute.
Get ready.
Oh, it's hit me. Oh, he dead now.
Got them all.
Well, he was kind of cute up until they tried to murder my ass. All right, so boom, baby. Landing pad cutter. So this weapon is it's another two-handed melee weapon, but it's like a badass. I'll go ahead and put it on. Got like a cool ass plasma blade. And I should play BioShock Infinite on stream. I really like that game. I really like that game. Damn it, I just want to see the logo. Whatever. I thought this counted as a science weapon. Okay, here we go. Work order. I have received reports of terror ray nests behind the landing pad. This is not the first time these reports have appeared on my desk. I must once again reiterate my contempt for the terror ray population and the problems engendered by their presence. Terror rays get caught in the engines of ships. Terror rays deface Facer's Choice property with their droppings. Terror rays are a nuisance. Please deal with them. Constable. I didn't like Infinite. Oh, really? What didn't you like about Infinite? I mean, it's got some pretty fucking heavy tones and shit in it for sure. Like I mean, literally the freaking opening of the game, you go to a multiracial company or a multiracial couple being fucking stoned. So yeah, it's got some pretty intense themes and tones in it for sure, which I could totally understand you not vibing with. It's a pretty brutal and intense game at times. Man, this weapon is so fucking cool looking though. It's Ray. What's up, Ray? How are you doing today? I just got a cool plasma axe. How sweet's that? It looks like it's something straight out of Warhammer, right? Man. So I guess there's like rings around this planet. There's this huge ring in the sky. And then there's this Aurora Borealis here. And then there's a ring around that moon. It's like they shoved as much cool sci-fi shit into the sky of this planet as fucking possible. I can't remember now. It was years ago I played it, but I remember thinking it was a bit wanky / full of itself. I love the first one though. You're super right. It definitely has this kind of vibe of it in it of being like, yeah, it's very much the tone of like these like incredibly like patriarchal, absolutely like white colonist vibe, 100%. Like, and they definitely there is a little bit of tugging themselves off for sure. I'm all right, thanks, lovely. Nice weapon you have there. Thank you. I made it myself. No, I'm just kidding. I found it. Well, I wish I could make it myself. Look at this. Yeah, it's pretty neat. I'm not really focusing on melee, but I'll probably give a couple dudes a good whack. This oil? Can I set this oil on fire? No, probably not. That'd be cool though. There was a dude wandering around. I want to talk to him real quick. Real quick. Here he is. Ludwig. I think I need to get money from this dude anyways.
I've been requisitioning backup for months. Guess the boss finally came to his senses. You ever swung a truncheon? Let me see your rifling stance. I want to make sure you're up to snuff.
What are you babbling about?
The war! The coming apocalypse! Man versus machine! I'm talking about mechanical soldier. Cold, heartless automatons made of iron and lies.
Wait a minute, I found a note from you last time that you was raving about mechanicals. Something about one being around like in an area, something like that. Yeah, gotta watch out for those mechanicals.
That's right. That's what I've been saying. We gotta square our shoulders and stand ever vigilant. Auto-mechanicals. Creatures forged in the fires of malevolence.
Fires of malevolence, like they're from hell.
Over by the old power plant.
It's not fucking Robo Hitler. I mean Robo Satan.
Orchestrating their uprising.
What's the name of the? Is it? I'm trying to think of the name of the devil, Robot Devil from Futurama.
Beneath your cot, or standing shoulder to shoulder with the resistance.
If your resistance needs another gun, I'm for hire.
I've been gathering up a war chest over the years. Saltuna cans mostly, some Spacer's Chaw, few bit cards. I'll reward you for your aid.
I mean, Proper Armor's paying enlistment fees.
Enlistment fees? Yeah, I suppose. Wouldn't want to give the Resistance a bad name.
Oh, hell yeah. Give me $75 to do nothing. I love it. What do you need done?
They have sent a scout, prowling around the junkyard just behind our beloved town. This scout must not be permitted to return to its base of operations. Cross it off, then report back.
Okay. Silas sent me.
I told Silas I'd pay my dues if he agreed to join the Resistance.
Oh.
Guess this means he's finally heard the calling.
Yeah, he sure did, and he's asking for a little extra to furnace to Resistance with mechanical repellent.
Mechanical repellent? A stroke of inspiration from the law itself. Yeah, I've been saving up a couple of bits for just.
And I'm just rinsing this dude for money. I'm just rinsing him.
Go on.
Do I want to ask him any more questions? What do you have against mechanicals?
You ever seen the way a mechanical just stands there? Just looking at you. Scanning you with its murderous oculars.
This dude's fucking racist against mechanicals. I'm pretty sure that's what they're programmed to do.
Mechanicals have been programmed to eliminate the human race. They've been programmed to replace us.
I like robots.
First, they will rob us of our jobs. And once they have taken away our livelihoods, they will take away our very lives.
Okay. You crazy robo-racist guy. Whatever you say. You know, what's really funny is that later on in the game, you can actually get a companion who is a robot. And I wonder what his reaction is if you show back up with your robot companion. Like, that's pretty funny. Let's do that. I think it's pretty close by. Yeah, it's like right. When there's box here. Box. I have such like mixed feelings about like this kind of stuff because like I this kind of game because like part of me like really does enjoy like just wandering around into random people's houses and then taking all their shit like this. But another part of me is like I kind of it feels a little pointless too. I'm at odds with myself a little bit about this because it's like I like picking stuff up, but there's just usually so much stuff to go pick up in a game like this. It almost feels like after a little bit of time it gets like a little bit redundant or old hat. But like all these types of games, like all the Bethesda games, all the Fallout games, and Elder Scrolls series, they're all about you go into an environment and you either kill the enemies or you pick up everything in the environment at one point or the other. It's just like it's like the most common way of interacting in these games, for better or for worse, you know. Ah, there he is. He's evil. Oh, Parvy says he's just damaged. Oh, he's a sweet boy. He's stuck in here. Are you okay, buddy?
Searching for repair bay. Error.
Oh, he's lost.
Navigation systems failed. Unable to
Oh.
comply.
I could probably fix that. I mean, if you wanted me to.
I can do it myself.
That's not bad work, mister. You done this before?
Navigation systems
I
operational.
know a thing or two about auto
Optimal
mechanicals.
path to
Yay!
repair
We've helped
bay
him.
Detected. Initiating self-diagnostics.
Oh, hey, don't you owe me something for the repairs? Yeah, robot, pay me.
Spacer's Choice reminds all colonists that serving the Spacer's
Yeah, robot.
Choice family
Open up your coin purse and give me some bits, dang it.
Reward. I have been programmed to deliver this pre-approved message.
Okay, bye.
Where are we headed?
You gonna go?
Self-diagnostics initiated. Please do not disturb.
Do I think? Man, I kind of think I buggered it a little bit because I think that if you get Parvy to heal the robot, then she calls him Jeremy. At which point his name actually changes, like it changes from Damaged Mechanical Sentry to Jeremy, and then he wanders off. It's really good. Fuck. I can't believe I buggered it. All right, we're gonna dump half into stealth, and we're gonna dump the other half into tech. I want to get them science points up as fast as possible. No. I want to commit. Then, oh, I don't have a perk just yet. I love Jeremy though. He's a sweet boy. He's a sweet boy. He's doing his best. Dang it. Wander around in a circle, trying to find the bay. Okay. Look at me like that, Parvy, as I'm trying to jump on a box. Come on up here and give old Waddington a boost. Damn it. Here. Ammo. Dinner. Give me some pre-sliced bread. Bread. Just wait till you guys meet the bread worms. That'll be fun. Pistol. Ooh. Combat drone. All right. Oh wait, I guess I'll go back to the guy now. Be free, Jeremy. Be free. For sure, I certainly start a lot more thorough than I finish. Yeah, right. And then because it's like you have all this energy to pick up everything at the beginning, but then it gets a little like tiresome, or it's like then you have. I feel like the game would be better, and this is, of course, like totally outside the bounds of realism, but I feel like the game would be better if you just couldn't become over encumbered, right? Like, why hamper? Like, there's so much cool stuff to pick up into the game. Why bother hampering yourself by making there be a limit? Oh, the bread worms! I was just talking about you guys. Hey, guys. So, anytime that you see mention of bread in this game, what they're talking about is these guys. The bread worms. Isn't that fun? Isn't that great? So anytime that you find, it comes pre-sliced, right? It comes with the little indentations on it. So anytime you find anytime you find bread showing up here, oh, for example, this pre-sliced bread, it's talking about these guys. These guys are bread. So that's fun. That's fun. Definitely not gross. Oh, hey, Parvy. Jesus. Fucking Christ. Freshly grown bread. For your desire, for your consumption. Great. Hey, Ludwig, I,
Bring
quote,
us
took
honor,
care of,
soldier.
end quote, Jeremy. You won't have to worry about that scout anymore.
You beat that scout to scrap with its own legs? Pulled its optic cables out its head case?
He's a sycophant,
Actually, don't tell me. Rather use my imagination.
like most racists.
You're a passing fair soldier, I will confess. But you are one, and the enemy is legion. What you need is an equalizer, a weapon to strike fear in their cold mechanical hearts. Cantina, lavatory, behind one of
What?
the toilets. That's where I've kept it hidden all these years.
You hid something in the toilets? You hid your secret weapon in a lavatory.
Sharp, ain't it? The lavatory is the very last place a mechanical has need to enter.
I mean, I guess that's true.
On the double, soldier. Don't want.
Well, but you said you left it there for years, and now you're worried about it being found? Whatever, let's go to the bathroom real quick. I mean, I guess it is a fair shout to be like, the robots will never go into the bathroom. Why would the robots go into the bathroom? Unless they gotta relieve themselves, unless they gotta do an oil change.
You think Corpus ever gonna...
Thank you.
You're not a big drinker, are you?
Oh, Parvy doesn't like that we went to the bar. Parvy's not about to get her drink. Straight edge. Here's the toilet. Here's the weapon. Ludwig's bundle. No, I don't want to touch Ludwig's bundle. Especially when I especially don't want to touch Ludwig's bundle in the toilet. Jesus Christ. At least take me to dinner first. Your dumb noise made me giggle more than the joke. See, Ludwig tried to trick me into touching his bundle. What a sicko. A racist and a sick fuck. Kind of a bit. Tried to make me touch his bundle toilet. I'm gonna need at least 2 beers before that's on the table. All right, let's go. Let's go back to Ludwig with his bundle in hand. All right, that's enough bundle jokes. God damn it. All right, Ludwig.
Bring us honor, soldier.
Here's your package.
Your eyes open.
Fuck.
This here is a genuine Spacer's Choice injury customizing unit, designed to deliver a lethal blast of electrical discharge. I call it the Hand of the Law. You ever want to see a mechanical flailing around like a grounded fish? You stick a couple thousand volts in its guts. With compliments from old Ludwig.
So what's next?
Time's come for you to journey down into the black heart of the enemy's camp. I'm talking about the old geothermal plant. Unfortunately, the old plant lies outside my board-given jurisdiction. You'll need to get a passcode from the boss, Reed Thompson.
I've already got the basket from Reed.
I've been after a passcode for years. Boss said no on account of my gross incompetence with all matters related to security.
Gross incompetence, you don't say.
What is the brain of a mechanical? Well, not exactly a brain. Anatomically speaking, what we're looking for is a logic module.
What are you planning to do with the brain of a robot?
Don't tell anyone, all right? I've got a contact. A real expert in the inner workings of the automaton.
Doubt?
We are gonna rip those mechanical secrets right out of their circuits.
Edgewater is in the middle of nowhere. You don't have a contact.
Well, excuse me. What I meant was I'm going to get a contact.
That's best. Right.
Didn't
And
know
I
had
just
to be all
realized this dude
prissy
is
about
pale
my
as
grammar
fuck too, and he's got
around you.
super heavy bags under his eyes. He's probably had the plague at some point. How am I supposed to
There's
get
the
it?
rub. If a mechanical breaks down, the logic module fries, so you can't rip one out of its corpse. You're gonna have to find an intact model somehow.
Parvati, is a logic module something you could help with? Hey,
I
Parvati.
don't reckon so. I work with gears and pistons and such. Stuff you can put hands to. Computers and mechanical brains.
Oh my God, Simmer. Ooh,
You
ooh, ooh,
know,
ooh.
she names the mechanical she fixes. Calls them
Zimmer She, welcome in, Raiders. Welcome in, guys. How's everybody doing? Welcome, welcome. Welcome in, Simmer. I know you were doing a little bit of planeswalking. How was that? Oh, man, I haven't played Magic in like a hot minute. The Daily Timbo raid. I'm dying over here. Give me a second. Welcome in, everybody. I'm happy to have all y'all. We were just talking with a robot racist here.
If you die horribly, I will pour out a can of 0G to your memory.
Ooh, dinner time. Hell yeah. Hell yeah. Well, thank you very much for the raid, Simmer. Enjoy your dinner. I appreciate you. I appreciate you. Oh goodness, why did I spin like that? Oh God, I'm all turned around now. Thank you so much for the raid. I super appreciate it. Enjoy your dinner, friend. I'm gonna figure out what to do and what buttons to press in the correct order. Okay, so we'll do that in a minute. We're gonna continue back on our bounty quest. But yeah, welcome in, guys. I'm Timbo the Wizard. I am a variety streamer, and I go live on Mondays, Wednesdays, and Fridays, and I play all kinds of stuff. Right now, we're playing Outer Worlds, and we're playing a bootlicking scientist named Jerry Waddington. So that's fun. That's a good time. And yeah, we are currently helping the local constabulary, attempting to find some individuals who have been marked for death for various reasons by the corporation. And you know, it's good enough for the corporation, it's good for old Waddington. Oh, Silas knows
Not
Parvy.
today. Just helping this fella.
That's me. I'm the fella. Don't get in my way, Silas. I'm already helping you a little bit. All right, let's go see about Birdie. Birdie. Oh, there's my ship over there. Hello, ship. How you doing, Ada? Hope you're doing well. Haven't seen you in a minute. Oh, God, there's primals. Primals are scary monkey men. Straight up murk my ass. Oh, my knees. My leg. Ooh. Here's a baddie over here. So all I don't got very many gears. I don't got very much gear. All I really got is this pistol. Let's get a marker. I got this pistol, this cool weapon, and a shoddy. All very short range. So this is gonna be pretty interesting. Should get some good gear from this. Maybe I should be playing on hard mode. I say right before I'm about to get my ass absolutely handed to me. I cracked my neck at the same time you landed hard, and it was a word for a hot second. Oh no. Oh no. Oh. Hey, you, don't see me. Is that Birdie? Is Birdie. I feel like I can maybe just snipe Birdie from here. Hey, Birdie. Oh, hey, it tells you a little bit about Birdie. Has a lifetime subscription to Dissident Hunter. Well, your life's about to come to an end, son. Boom. Boom. Oh, man, Birdie's got a lot of life. Pop, pop. Birdie's dead. Want some of this, son? Get whacked. Yep. Oh, yes. Breathe that sweet, sweet breadworm in. Who's else? Who's else? Pop. Pop. And I'll do it again. When the love of your life leans over and seriously whispers, "Do you want a donut?" It's true love. This is literally better. I think that is too. Look at me, look at me. I'm the dissident now. Cool. That was pretty straightforward. Pretty didn't stand a chance. Got anything for me, old Berts? Oh, I gotta get a finger off of Birdie. They don't need it anymore anyways. That was a gift. The gift that keeps on giving. Here's Birdie. Oh yeah, thanks for the hunting rifle. And the finger. Thanks for the finger, Berts. Appreciate you. I'll leave you with 9 of them. I just want the one. Just one. You're not using it anymore anyways, right? Right, Berts? And I'll take your hunting rifle too. Hog. It's gonna be a minute before... Oh, hey. You didn't live. I mean, you did live, but only for just a moment. Pop.
We go. Wow, not even a scratch.
I'm trying to tool up this character to be like a scientist style. Oh, shit. Oh, my God. Parvy with the freaking cannon. And Parvy's like, I do it again. Bop, bop. Wow. Better watch out. Parvy will fuck you up. She got a big hammer and she know how to use it. You know how to use it. Bryce Hawk hasn't asked for the receipt. Oh man, that's funny. But yeah, like I said, I'm trying to tool this character up to be a sciencey boy and not be super like fisticuff centric, but there are like science weapons that you can get eventually, which are real cool. And I'm looking forward to getting those because you can do some wild shit with some of them. I'm trying to think if there are any science weapons on this planet or not, or whether or not I need to go to the next planet in order to be able to get a science weapon. Because they're all just like kind of normal weapons, like they're the same like kind of type or style, but they all do something crazy. Like there's this one that's like literally like a mind control ray. There's one that's like it launches dudes into the air and makes them like zero grav. It's sweet. There's some cool stuff. I think I got enough. I think I'm kitted enough to be able to take these on now. Oh, maybe not. These guys are pretty strong.
Ready for this.
Take it back. Probably not ready. Oof.
Everyone all right?
Never mind. Parvy with the assist there. Holy shit. And I love giving the big guns to my party members because they don't have ammo. They just use infinite ammo and they could just keep firing over and over again. It's very helpful, especially when it's like a big old weapon. Let's go ahead and put some new armor on. Medium armor. That's fine. I kind of like it. The armor in this game is kind of cool. There's some really good looking armor too later on. Like you get like color coded armor and stuff. So yeah. Me and Parvy are twins. Hey Parvy. All right. It's Ryak. Welcome in, brother. How are you doing today? We're just doing a little bit of bounty hunting. You know how dogs is. The corporation has deemed that these individuals have violated the terms of service of their agreement, so we're taking it to the natural, logical conclusion and just murdering them. Seems logical and like it definitely makes sense and is totally ethical. Totally. Ethics. We got him. Ooh, we got him here. Over here. Somewhere around here, there is like a village of there is like a village of friendly deserters. Oh man. Now I can't be the only person that hates it in video games when you have like a freaking shotgun and it does no damage at any range other than like right point blank, right? Come on, it's a freaking shotgun. I should be able to pop that dude in the head from like 5 meters away. Maybe not meters, but 5 feet away at least. Bop. Yep. Oh god, someone's got a big gun. Someone's got a big old chonky weapon. Parvy's gonna die. Get him, Parvy. Oh, I don't have Parvy's action skill. That's unfortunate. Like that. Bud. Pop. Pop. I said pop. Fuck. And controlling shooting on key controller is quite a bit different than keyboard and mouse, wouldn't you say? Told a different set of skills. Got a lot more practice on controller too, at least as of late. Whoop. Pop, 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 pop. Pop, 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 pop. Whack. Hit his ass. There we go. Shit. No. Who got me? Doing well, just avoiding work, lol. I feel that, brother. I feel that. And what a good strain to avoid work to, because we're playing Outer Worlds. The irony is thick. I love it. It's great. Oh man, I gotta go kill those guys again. Like this guy. Whack. And this weapon seems actually very good. He just died in one shot. Oh god, there's a bad dog. Oh, nom. I always thought it was like, I mean, of course it depends on like your job, naturally, right? But like I always thought it was kind of it was pretty dumb that depending on your job, that you can't like listen to something in the background while you're working, right? It's like it's pointless, you know? Like especially for those who are like auditory people who require auditory noise in order to be able to like help function and like, you know, and process stuff or relax or, you know, like I, for example, am one of those people where like I usually have to have something on in the background, like either like a podcast or a stream or just something to filter the noise through, because just otherwise my brain goes, ugh, and it just like, and it don't work. It don't work good. So it's just like, and at work, you know, it's like, there's like this heavy mentality that, oh, you got to be 100% focused on the job, and oh, you're going to be like listening to something in the background. Don't you know that means that 2% of brain power that you're using to listen to something, it means that you're no longer a productive member of the group? Stupid. F. F indeed. It's okay. It's okay. This time it's gonna be for realsies. We're gonna go whack that guy. We're gonna whack him so hard, he's gonna die. Wait. But before we do that, we're gonna save. All right. I'm back, boys. Looks like meat's back on the menu. Hey, asshole. Wow. Wow, this gun's good. Hey, back here. IDC about your group productivity. I just want to chill. Yeah, for real. Yeah, for real. Oh, God, I'm going to die again. Drink up, America. Yeah, it's just stupid. It's like, you're gonna seriously tell me that like that me listening to something is going to like ruin the productivity of the group or my own productivity? Like, I find it really discompassionate to like have like these like kind of blanket rule gubbinses where it's like, you don't fucking know me, you know? Sometimes, you know, if I need to have the thing on in the background in order to process or continue to work diligently, that's just how it is, brother. Like, and making like a blanket rule of being like, is just pointless. You know, it's needlessly controlling, right? Like I mean, I'm also very much the person that's like, if you're like doing your work at your job, if you go to work for fucking 8 hours and you do every aspect of your job completely, First of all, I don't think if you do that before you finish your 8-hour shift, I don't think that you should actually have to sit there and make fucking busy work. I think that that's fucking stupid. But I also think that if you're there and you've done your job, who the fuck cares how you've done it? You know, like if you've done your job and while the entire time you were listening to a stream or listening to music or eating something or snacking on something in the background, like who fucking cares? You did your job. That's all that the employer should care about, not how you did your job. Why does that fucking matter? You hired me to do a job. I've done the job. Nope. it just makes no sense. Man, there's really nothing over here except for just some guys to straight murder. Well, they've been murdered. Well, this is sealed. And this is like a crashed vessel. Oh. I'm gonna save. All right. As opposed to gay murder. Be gay, do crimes. As opposed to gay. Oh man, I don't know why that cracked me up so much, but it did. Oh man, what's going on over here? Oh. Right behind you. Bam. Ooh. The last one just went right up the butt. Poor guy. Like, I feel the frame rate increase. I go into this cave. I mean, I kind of feel bad because it seems like this dude was just like healing people. But, you know, laid on stick. Anything else in here? Anything else in your dock? Oh, I leveled up. Wow. I feel like I just leveled up. Pretty cool. All right, we're going to go ahead and level up tech, another 5 points. And then we're going to go ahead and upgrade I want to get the thing that lets the companions do the power attack. Okay, yeah. So that's going to be the next one. Really like the power attack companions. It just makes them a lot more useful, and having that one ability that they can do occasionally it makes them a lot more viable to have with you. I'm also going to increase my maximum technical time dilation meter. Also, huzzah! Probably should increase the one that gives me max health too. There's so many early perks that are quite good. I just found an Assassin's Creed reference in Watch Dogs and was expecting it, and I've let out the dirtiest cackle. Are you talking about... I'm trying to think, because Watch Dogs Legion and Watch Dogs 2 kind of blend together slightly in my mind. Because I remember in the original, in Watch Dogs 2, there was a mission where like you got like... You hacked into Ubisoft to find a leak. Is there another one of those missions like that in Watch Dogs Legion? God, I literally played that like 2 or 3 months ago at this point, but I can't fucking remember now. Oh man, I should go back to that game. Like that game was pretty entertaining. I enjoyed Legion like a good bit. Although like, and I went downstairs to toast hot cross buns and missed gay grass. Well, pretty much, yeah. I really liked Watch Dogs Legion because I really liked the it was interesting because like what you brought up in your chat in your Discord was highly relevant because like I like the game, but it's kind of odd that you don't play like a central character and instead you're a bunch of characters that work together for a group cause, right? No, it's just a little thing. You go on top of a building and you look down at the canal and dive in and it makes a whistle noise. That's on it. Oh, that's cool. Man, I don't think I ever found that. That's neat. But like the problem that oh God, there's mines. The problem that I had with Watch Dogs Legion was very similar to the problem that you mentioned of like, I don't like the character because you don't have a centralized character. It's quite a bit different. And the group is pardon me. It's much more about the entire group aspect. which is really interesting. Fuck, I can't believe I just straight up stepped on that. Which is really interesting and I think is really cool, but I really like that tone and that vibe of the game. Like I love the collectivism vibe and like the whole. Did I just step on another fucking mine? I love the whole vibe of that game being like, yeah, you are more powerful when you work together, and here's like this sweet team up method that you guys can do in order to be able to really make that vibe come true. I think that is fucking brilliant and I love that. But on the opposite side of that coin, I really liked Watch Dogs 2 because I really liked Marcus's character. I thought Marcus was awesome. Like, but I like the idea of it, but I also give no fucks if I die because I can't connect to anyone anywhere. Exactly, right? Exactly. I had to hydrate. Exactly. That's exactly it. Because like I really liked Marcus's character, and I really liked connecting with this group of characters from the second one. Like I really liked finding out about that one dude that wears the mask. Like I loved learning about his story and stuff. Like I really liked these other characters, and because of the fact that all your entire squad in the game is based basically on randomly generated characters with randomly generated personalities and jobs and stuff like that. While it is cool, it's like I want to be able to connect with these characters more so, and I don't feel the connection necessarily as strongly. But that of course comes with the counter side of being like, yeah, it's about the group working together for this sweet job, right? Which I thought was really cool. And like I don't want to spoil it too much for you, Hawk, because I know you're probably still fairly in. Watch Dogs 2 is definitely my favorite. Yeah. OMG, yes. When they took off his mask, I was like, no, yeah, exactly, right? That was like a dramatic moment because it was like this. It was like, oh my god, they've taken they've shown his face. Like that's crazy. That's fucked almost, right? Like I thought that was wild. I don't want to spoil it too much, but like there is like a little bit of there's a moment in Legion where it's like, where it feels like to me like the whole game was kind of racing towards this moment to be realized, and then it did it once and it didn't do it again, and I was like, no. And like you get this like really cool moment later on. There's like where you like during the mission you switch back and forth. Like there's this the mission is kind of like across the city, and you play as multiple different characters, like pivoting to their perspectives as they're doing this like Ocean's 11 style like thing, trying to get like this one objective to do, and they're all in different parts of the city. And I was like, this is fucking awesome, this is super cool, and I wish they had done this more in the game, because I love this kind of like heist style vibe where it's like I'm heisting with myself, you know what I mean? Which I thought was really cool. And that one moment in the game is probably my favorite, but like it just doesn't happen as often as you'd like. And I'm like, no, I want more sweet heists. Give me more sweet heists. Yeah, it's like, man, you guys were like really amping towards this like collectivism. We're all this one group and we're all working together. And then they did it. They did it like that one moment, but then it was like, man, I really wanted more of that stuff because it's really cool. Oh, I think these guys are actually the good guys. I don't think these guys are bad guys.
That's Thomas.
Oh, hey there, friend.
Oh, Parvy knows Thomas. It seems like that would be the main focus of missions in the game. Well, that's the main draw of playing a faceless mob. Yeah. Heisting with yourself on cam is definitely against Twitch TOS. Got him.
Wow, new face. Oh, we're getting popular. I'm Thomas. Whoa, Miss Parvati. Hey, you're what? How are you? Hi. Hello.
Are you, are things safe out here? How are you keeping?
Great, just great. I've been trying to keep stuff running, just like you. Only I'm not so... Wait, they didn't kick you out, did they?
Oh gosh, no, I'm just along with this fella here.
Are you from town? I mean, you don't exactly look like you're from town.
Trying to get my ship off the ground.
Never heard it phrased in such a way.
OMG, keep it in your pants, kid. Yeah. This guy's thirsty for Parvy.
Sorry, I just wasn't sure if you were from town.
He wears it on his sleeves for sure.
Something's been chewing at me, you see. Fact is, I've been, well, lying. To everybody here. Camp thinks I'm a mechanical genius, but I couldn't fix a busted chair.
Never too late to start learning. I could give you a couple pointers. Parvy could too.
I'll take all the help I can get.
Aren't we all?
Set my mind to learn the craft of the engineer, you see. I want to make something of myself. You ever heard of the Young Spacer's Guide to Mechanical Engineering? Comes in a set of 3. If I had my hands on one of those data pads, I could teach myself the ins and outs.
This is like a classic Fallout quest, right? This feels like it's from fucking Fallout 3. Hey, go on into the wasteland and find me some books so that way I can learn real good.
Find another one back in town. If you could find me even one of those pads, I'd be greatly obliged.
You mentioned 2 pads. What about the 3rd?
I wish I knew. I wager the town had the full set once upon a time. Where the 3rd's gone, I can't say.
I'll let you know if I find anything.
I'd be grateful.
I can't read. Oh man. Rip. Oh my god, that's funny. All right, chat. Give me 2 seconds. I'm gonna head to the bathroom real quick, and I will be right back. Alrighty, I'm back, chat. Let's dive back in. So, Thirsty Boy Thomas over here wants some books. Let's see if we can oblige him. Harvey, you stay away from that Thomas boy. I don't like the way he looks at you, okay? Harvey's dad died recently, so I'm gonna be her new dad. Not in a weird way. Don't make it weird, chat. This guy is just literally deserter. When I he doesn't have a name, just deserter. When I first read it, I thought it was just like he really likes dessert. He's a deserter. You know what I mean? Like he's just real into dessert. I think there's somebody in here we want to talk to. Wow, look at how green this place is. It's beautiful. It's beautiful. Oh, hey Adelaide. Yeah, Parvy, you took the words out of my mouth. It's very nice in here. Hey, Adelaide. You're the person I'm supposed to talk to.
There's meat turning on the spit outside. If you're bearing illness, find a place to lay your head down and I'll fetch you a poultice.
Oh, a poultice. Classic in medieval times.
At the gates and be welcomed here. Any questions, dear?
You must be Adelaide.
I have been called that, among other things. Green Thumb, grandmother. The strange old lady who keeps flowers. But yes, Adelaide will do just fine.
Excuse me, Miss McDevitt? Sorry, it's just... You got such pretty trees in here.
Why, thank you. You're Robert's girl, aren't you? I remember when you were but a sprout. Thomas speaks of you often.
Of course he does.
Are you staying long?
Of course he does.
You should try some of my tobaccorn tea.
Ooh.
I brew it in an old spittoon, but it's been cleaned.
As delicious as corn, as addictive as tobacco. Perfect. I do want to just point out too that I really, really like the way that they do the character interactions in this, where it's like I just have Parvy with me, and because I'm talking with this character, she just immediately chimes in and speaks her mind. I really think that this is like I just love that that's how they chose to do the character narration in this, because it's like if you have like a group of people with you, of course they're just gonna fucking talk, right? Like I'm not their fucking arbiter, right? Like I like that the characters will just speak their fucking minds. Like I think that that's like such a small little detail, but it makes the game feel quite a bit more immersive, and it makes the characters and the companions feel like more real, like more realistic. It's real neat. It's real nice. Reed sent me to make peace with you because he's gonna take your power.
Thompson, you here on behalf of that cold.
Oh no, I forgot to speak with the vicar. Oh, I can still speak with the vicar. Okay, good. Fuck. Oh, I'm glad you like the animation, Hawk. Oh, you just finished. Oh, hey, Cray. You just finished Outer Worlds a little while ago. Oh, nice. Did you go like more the corporate path, or did you go with more the rebellious path? What did you think? Also, something you don't see in many games, even the ones with hours of background dialogue. Exactly, right? Exactly. You don't see the companion characters actually interact with the NPC that you're talking to, which doesn't make sense, right? If they were a real person, they would have their own opinions and thoughts too that they would be saying and sharing, which I think that this game does a really good job of like realizing the companions. I really like they did such a good job with this. Like I feel like the way that companions were handled in this game really needs to be adapted and adopted by Bethesda and the way and the way that they do their companions, because sometimes like the companions in those games are pretty good, but like they're kind of a little flat, you know, they're a little 2D. I went towards the rebel path. Yeah, me too. When I did it the first time, I went towards the rebel path. So we're doing like a full bootlicking, a full bootlick playthrough, boot in mouth whole time. Reed asked you to consider coming back to town. He's willing to make amends, but we can try to make everybody happy too.
Spare me.
Oh, she doesn't.
Everything
She's
Reed
not
knows
putting
how
up
to
with it.
make is a mess. Like everything else that comes out of Edgewater, that peace offering is canned.
Heyo.
I and my owner did just fine out here by ourselves.
This is serious. I'm about to cut off your power.
You're doing this for Reed? Why?
New Vegas companions are better, and it takes time to get their better endings. Yeah, you know, I never played like New Vegas. I mentioned this the other day in Simmer's chat, I believe, but like something about New Vegas just didn't resonate with me. I don't know what it was. Like which is wild because I hear New Vegas is like the best one. That being said, I love the DLCs. Like Dead Money, I think is one of the most fascinating and interesting DLCs in any Bethesda game ever made, because it just completely co-opted and changed the game and it made it into something that it wasn't, which I thought was brilliant. Like I love it when properties do like almost like a complete about face, or they just do a complete tone or genre shift, right? And it's like, yeah, and now it's something completely different, right? I think that's brilliant. 58 hours of Varric chatting to Anders in Dragon Age, Varric meeting an NPC. Yeah, exactly. That Money is great. I love Lonesome Road. I haven't played Lonesome Road, but I have played a little bit of the one with the toaster that talks to you. What's that one called? I can't remember. I never played New Vegas, but I had a friend back in the day who played it like religiously, and he had done like so much in the game, and he was always showing it off to me, which I appreciated. I love the talking toaster though. Man, I should play New Vegas just so that way I can meet that talking toaster. God damn it. You're doing this for Reed. Why? It seemed like the right thing to do. He's the boss.
He's taking you for a sap. You're an outsider, and he's trying to use you for his own ends. If you're going down to the plant,
Old War Blues. That's it. Yeah. And I gotta play that.
Of the grid. Think about it. You'd be liberating an entire town from a lifetime of service to that odious.
So she wants me to take the power away from Reed instead, and divert the remaining power over to her and her settlers, and then take his power conduit. What have you got against the town?
You've seen that miserable excuse for a town with your own lamps. Hollowed out workers laboring their lives away at the cannery, living off whatever scraps Spacer's choice throws them. You know that's true, don't you, Ms. Holcomb? Your father died of overwork.
Oh man, she really came at Parvy there with that dagger.
He
There's
was
an
tired of all the
overarching story in the
time,
New
sure,
Vegas
but
DLC that concludes
he was
in Lonesome
old,
Road.
man.
Right. Yeah, I
wasn't
heard
about
that
those
because there's like
Look what they did
it's
to
all
this
about
child.
who actually
Lost a
sent the
family to the
packages,
company,
right?
still she
That
defends
the
them.
courier was meant to deliver before he got shot, right? Something like that. Oh, and the robot is important in that too, like the little floating eye unit guy. That guy's important too. Man, this is sparking all these memories coming back, like rushing, like memory recall style. I don't remember all of it, but I'm remembering bits and pieces. I don't like you throwing that in her face to get me on your side. Yeah, that's pretty fucked up that you brought up her dad like that, dog.
I'm all right. I ain't so fragile.
No, it's just mean.
That was unkind of me. I'm sorry.
The unit is special. Yeah, something about it. Some kind of programming. Oh man, I should play that again. I should play that period. Not again. What do you have against the people trying to make a living?
It's not much of a living. Every single person in that town has sold themselves to Spacer's Choice. The company owns them. Body, blood, and bones. You've been there. You've seen it. All anyone ever does is toil over a cannery. They give their lives for some heartless corporation, and then they're tossed into a Spacer's Choice brand cemetery.
Let's say I help you. What happens to Edgewater?
Life in Edgewater grinds to a halt. The cannery shuts down, workers desert in droves, and our own little camp grows and thrives.
You think Reed's just trying to spite you?
You bring power to Reed's town and you'll be killing us. Reed knows it. He's counting on it.
I'm leaving. You know, it's interesting because, like, during my conversation with Reed, I mean, the dude's for sure like an asshole. Absolutely, right? But it doesn't feel like Reed is taking the power from the town out of spite. It feels like he's doing it out of what he believes to be necessity. However, I do not get that vibe from Adelaide. It feels like Adelaide is very much intentionally just being like, no, fuck Reed, fuck the town. We want his power. You should give it to us, right? So I will say that on the offset, right, just straight up, like, it seems pretty, like, fairly cut and dry, right? Like, oh, Reed is running the cannery, and the cannery is making people sick, and also he's an asshole, right? Like, it's clear that he's a bad boss, you know, and it's clear that he's, like, they're profiting off of the fucking deaths and the labor of these people without, like, ever paying them a fair share, and, you know, it's clearly the cannery is in bad shape, right? And that this outdoor lovely space is nice and helping the people. So on the offset, it does seem to be fairly cut and dry. We should probably help Adelaide, which is what I did in my first playthrough. But we're going to find some information that's going to make it a little less cut and dry as well. I think that's the thing that I like the most about this game is that, like, it definitely has the vibe that, like, oh, it's fairly straightforward. But then, like, if you dive in a little bit deeper, there's, like, more stuff going on that, like, our human brains want everything to be black and white, right? But there are for sure shades of gray. It's really interesting. The DLCs are good. Honest Hearts is carried by that one character. Once you get to know Reed, he's not a bad guy. Yeah, it's interesting, right? Because Reed is like one of those dick bosses. Like, I think the way that Parvy put it herself is the best way. Is that Reed is one of those characters that when he's one of those people that, like, machine is meant to be quiet, and if a gear squeaks, then it just gets replaced, right? And used in the context of the workforce, right? Which very much feels relevant to the conversation, you know. Oh man, I want to buy that nearly enough. Which feels like heavily relevant to the conversation. That it's like if he thinks that you're squeaky wheel per se, then you get replaced. You don't get anything else, right? And it feels like that's very much the case. Oh, what's on here? Can't access it. But Adelaide is a little bit of a different beast entirely because she's very much like, no, fuck the town. I mean, which kind of makes sense because her fucking son died. Pretty brutal.
I told Thomas to holler if he saw anyone sneaking in around the back.
What's up, Grace?
I don't know you.
This lady's a badass, am I right?
Whatever you're looking for, it ain't here.
There's a
Move
meet in the
along.
middle ending, which in this, which is the best ending. Oh yeah, I agree. I agree.
Armed
What's your problem?
strangers wandering into my camp for one. Some of my camp wandering out for another.
Who's wandered out of your camp?
Got anything in you besides questions? No, I'm sorry. That was unworthy of me. Lady named Zoe went missing some nights ago. Just up and vanished without
You better
a
watch out.
trace.
This lady's a badass
Now
Texas
I'm
Ranger
chasing
style
around
character with a
wondering
heart of
if
gold.
Marauders got to her.
She'll shoot you, but then she'll feel bad about it later. Watch out. I'll keep an eye out.
It's not like Zoe to go wandering. Figured she might be out scavenging, but that ain't exactly her talent. Can't imagine where she's gone. Veils are wide.
I also like
She could be
this game
anywhere.
was kind of divisive when it came out, which I think is fascinating because I personally really liked this game. Like there was like a big hubbub about the fact that like
Appreciate it. Honest.
that like the environments were kind of segmented, right? That like, oh well, it's not one huge environment for you to wander from to and fro from one place to the next. You have to go on the ship and then fast travel or what have you. But personally, I think that that's fine because it really lets the individual environments themselves have like a really interesting, like cohesive narrative attached to the environments, right? Like it doesn't, I mean, you can definitely design a game in the sense that it's like this huge open world experience where everything kind of folds into itself. And those games are fucking amazing. Don't get me wrong. But like, I feel like the differentiation of the different places in this world, right, where it's like, oh yeah, this one world is all about like dealing with Edgewater and like the cannery and stuff like that, and then this other world is like a war-torn planet where the corporations left and like everything has kind of gone to shit because of all the monsters and stuff about that have just gone crazy while the corporations haven't been there like keeping them in check and stuff. Like I really like that they I think the differentiation of the worlds in this game and of the plot lines and stuff actually like kind of aided it in my opinion, because it made it a little bit more digestible, you know, as opposed to just God, I turned myself around. I'm trying to find Zoe's house. It made it more digestible in my opinion, because it's like, yeah, you're it makes it so the worlds that you do go to, the environments that you do explore, they have like a cohesive narrative attached to it, which I like a lot. Like I really like that, like and it allows the pacing of the game to be quite a bit different too. This isn't, are you Zoe's friend? Wake up. God, I almost pistol whipped his ass. It's just like just a straight instinct. I almost just went bam. Wake up. Good morning. Wake up. Good morning. Where's Zoe's damn house? Oh, it must be over here. Feel your mist. No, I don't think this. You can sleep in bed though. Seems a little inappropriate. Maybe this guy. Hey, Stefan. Do you know? What do you know? What do you know about Zoe? Tell me about Zoe, brother. So one of your numbers gone missing.
Zoe? Yeah, we were pretty close. Not like her to go loping off.
What happened the day Zoe
Zoe
disappeared?
and I were gonna watch the serials, as is our custom. She never turned up. I looked around, but she was nowhere to be found. You sound like some type of corporate fixer asking all these questions.
I literally asked you one question, brother. I'm pretty like. There's just literally one question. You don't gotta be antsy.
Zoe was
Have a good one,
always
Mel.
obsessed with the
And Hawk.
serial.
Have a great night,
Masked
guys.
Marketeer. A scion of Byzantium turns to banditry.
Thanks so much for
teaches
hanging out.
Marauder
Appreciate y'all.
companions the wisdom of free
Till
market
next time.
economics. Shame she up and vanished when she did. I had a surprise lined up for her.
What were you gonna surprise her with?
The other day, I got my hands on a genuine copy of the latest Masked Marketeer.
Ooh, the Masked
I was gonna surprise
Marketeer.
Zoe with it, but she was gone the next day.
Was she acting strange before
Can't
she
say I
disappeared?
recall Zoe ever acting strange. Well, except for her habit of writing things down on scraps of paper. She called it journaling, but I think it's just plain odd.
One of them journalers. What a weirdo. Oh, this must be Zoe's house. Here we go. One of her journals. Zoe's journal, page 12. So that's it then. No more Edgewater for me. No more cannery. No more jumpsuits and gloves. Yes, ma'ams. And would you like another's? I don't know why I'm writing this down for posterity's sake, because I've always hated the cannery, and I don't think I'll ever have to look back to this journal many years hence and tell myself, oh wow, I did hate the veil once, didn't I? Just because I got sick. Everybody gets sick. Well, okay, I got sick, and I grabbed a little too much Adrenatime. Is that really a crime? I gotta treat myself when I'm sick, don't I? What happened to personal responsibility and surviving by one's own bootstraps? Oh, but you misappropriate one box of Adrenatime, and suddenly you're committing larceny. The surprise is 100% a dick pic. Oh my god. The fun. How could you, you cad? Zoe's journal. I almost said Joe's Zernal. Joe Zernal. Sounds like a great name. Page 22. Well, today's the day, Zoe. Today is the day you take your destiny into your own hands. I've been listening to Grace talk about the Marauder threat. Bands of wild, free-spirited bandits living in camps out in the hills, warming themselves by the light of barrel fires. Probably mounted the heads of their enemies on spikes as a warning to folk like me, living a life of comfort and ease, free of any rules. I bet they could take the whole region if they were organized. I've been tucking away some of Adelaide's food, and I've got some spare cans of salt tuna. Should last me a couple weeks if I ration. Got some Adrenatime too. Everyone loves Adrenatime, even Marauders, right? I got odds those Marauders will let me throw in with them if I dangle a couple syringes of Adrenatime before their eyes. This is going to be great. Look out, Terra 2. Bandit Queen Zoe's origin story has just begun. I'm going to have a whole gang of Marauders at my beck and call. Maybe I could even score some Rizzos. Zoe, you nuts, girl. Oh, hey, another one. Oh, this is page 18. Good news, I'm alive. Starting to feel a little better, too. There's a group of deserters living out in the old botanical labs. They found a way to grow some food. Or something that passes for food, anyway. Adelaide boiled a pot of something green and leafy and told me to drink it twice a day for my symptoms, I suppose. Tastes atrocious, but I've been feeling better. So Adelaide has a cure for the plague. It's nice to be away from the cannery. The labs have just enough power to run on an aetherwave. So I've been catching up on my serial dramas. Masked Marketeer, what would I do without you? Go crazy, most likely. Crack up, murder all my neighbors, and run screaming into the hills like some wild marauder. I don't know. That doesn't sound too bad. I could see myself leading a cadre of marauders. Is that how you pronounce that word, cadre? A band of bandits. Wait, that doesn't sound right. Band of bandits? What would we call ourselves? The Formidable 14, the 100 Hooligans, featuring Zoe, Queen Bandit. So she's got a little bit of, oh, hey. Terror of Monarch, with Ruth Bellamy as Halcyon Helen, Spencer Woolrich as Chief of the Savages, featuring real monsters from the doomed world. My poster now. Thanks for the posters, though. So it seems like Zoe has gone and thrown in with some banditos. Because it seems like she's like romanticized them slightly in her mind, thinking that they are like it would be fun. She probably would be, up until they murder her and eat her. But all the way up until that point, it's a great time. Right up until the first bite. Delicious. We're still looking for some fingers, too. Finger licking good. But I'm not licking these fingers. They're from corpses. That'd be gross. That'd be nasty. Oh, I see a guy. My god, the scope on this pistol is insane. Look at how scope that is. Oh. Too busy doing a little bit of sightseeing. God damn, this guy's got a lot of health. Oh my god, I'm gonna die. Fuck off. Bad dog. I'm going in the river. Oh god, that fall will for sure kill me. Oh, Parvy's dead. I'm gonna die. Get down, sucker. This is fine. Fuck you. Fuck you. Fuck you. Fuck you. I'm gonna shoot a man from behind a box? Fine. So you like it. Man, they are tanking me. Got a fast rate of fire though. Got to use that to my advantage. Pop, pop. Do it again. Only got 9 heals left though. It's gonna be a little bit of a problem in a moment. He's dead. He's dead, Jim. Yes, that's how you do it. No problem, Bob. Harvey, get up. What the hell am I paying you for? And I'm not even paying you at all. Other than in sweet weapons and stuff. Fighting for my freaking life. And all I wanted to do was like watch some cool ass gorillas, like hanging out and walking around and doing their gorilla thing. And then a couple guys just decide to roll up and murk my ass. What's up with that? You know what they say? Naturalists and what's the word that I'm looking for? What's Oh man, I've totally blanked on the name. What's the name of that guy who like who goes out and he watches the animals and he does like from the bushes we see David Attenborough. David Attenborough. Just trying to get my David Attenborough on. God damn. Just Attenborough in. That's a verb now. Just Attenborough in, as you do. Ow, my knees. Oh God, I'm okay. I'm alive. I should probably save. Old Jerry's still in this fight. So I do see a big old chunk in Primal. What does it say about him? Ate its brother soon after birth. That's fun. I love your voice, Timbo. There's something very calming about it. As I'm screaming, murdering dudes. Thank you very much, Simmer. I appreciate it. I'm literally running around murdering guys. You're very calming. You have a very calming presence. Thank you. I very much appreciate it. Oh God. Here's a direct quote from Timbo. Fuck you, eat shit and die. Very calming, very peaceful man. Oh man. That's really good to hear because I was a little nervous for a moment there, to be honest. Nothing like the sound of murder to settle my nerves. Yes. It's what I like to put on right before I go to sleep. It's like the sound, like, you know, like a white noise generator, or some people like white noise generators or the sounds of the ocean. I just like the sound of gunfire and people yelling, fuck. Puts me right to sleep every time. All right, now that I've got this cool gun, I'm gonna save. I know I just saved. I'm a saver. Parvy. Yo, Parv. I know you got like that big chunk. God, she looks badass as fuck with the big chunking gun too. Love how cool she is. Put the face on, Parvy. Put the face on. Keeps me humble. ASMR Timbo. Oh, man, I should have that as a redemption. That'd be really funny, actually. Oh no, I don't get a perk yet. Don't think you can be. Oh man, the shade from Gray. Unbelievable. I'm gonna need. Give me that. That's pretty. So I mentioned this in the last stream, but I love that the eat this, brother eater. Oh my God, there's a lot of them. I'm gonna die. Okay. Hold on 1 second. Pause. We're just gonna pop. Yeet. He's a big chunky lad. Eat shit. Oh my God, there's so many of them. Holy mother of God. Ah. Oh my Lord. He's a big chunky lad. He's teleporting. Fuck. Oh, this is like a no-win scenario right now, brother. encumbered? Auto mods. Shut up, Virgo, bitch. Beautiful sound once again. I know I'm over encumbered. I've been taking a lot of damage. Heal again, heal again. Keep shooting. I'm dead. Screams, panic. The perfect thing to sleep to. I did not expect there to be about 8 fucking things that wanted to murder me in this cave. So that's fun. I think I'm gonna go around. Or maybe I can lure them one at a time. Maybe I can just pop this one dude from range and it will just drag him. Simmer sus. Yeah. Okay, come on.
Here we go.
Nope, that's not possible. Fuck, that's so many dudes. Oh my god, and he teleported. I genuinely think I can't take these guys on right now. I'm regretting my choices, like normal. I mean, if Parvy can't handle them, and she's clearly the more badass out of the two of us. There's 3 primal behemoths. That is insane. And he's also teleporting. I think I don't have enough ammo. I mean, that, oh my god, that is clearly not the only issue. I don't remember ever finding this before. Oh my god. Oh yeah, and so these guys, there are like different damage types in this game. So these guys do N-ray damage, which means it totally just completely overrides your armor. It hits through armor. So these guys are real tough, especially early. And I'm gonna die. Yep. I'm out of ammo. Still out of ammo. I blow off his face. Am I alive? I asked questioningly. I think I might be alive. Is this life anymore? Harvey's alive. She's back. Sussika simmer sus, double sus. Yeah. Cray sus. Oh man. Okay. That was a party. That was a party and a half. Holy shit. What were they guarding in this cave over here? Oh, there's still a couple of them. I'm gonna whack them down. Oh. Don't seem like you give a fuck about this. You don't give no fucks about that. All right, we're switching to this. Oh, Parvy's dead again. Or at the very least, she's not having a good time. Oot. Oh man, that juke was perfect. Love to see it. Harvey, what's going on with you? You've got a distortion field around your face. Are you okay, girl? Oh, she's fine. She's phased back into our reality. She's one with our reality now. Good. Take your brains. And some of them got turned to ash. That's pretty cool. Oh, this guy looks Saiyan. What do you got in here? Corporate, yeah. Corporate officer plasma rifle. Oh, reliable. They were guarding a cool-ass weapon. What you got for me, son? Oh, reliable. Heavy weapons. Maybe slow, but will last forever. Virgo is better than Gemini. Gemini is the best sign. Eat my dust. Too far ahead as Virgo to see. Virgo to see it. More like too far up your own ass, Virgo. Oh, Timbo, pick a side. I'm gonna go for a divisive side and say Leo is the best. Leo is the best. Ooh. Cue Kermit the Frog sipping meme. Sipping tea, but that's none of my business. Wow, great. Wow. I told you it would be divisive. I told you it would be divisive. This is the hottest take imaginable, right? I'm just gonna break this crap down. I mean, I was days away from Leo, so I win. End of. You know, I really think astrology is actually really interesting because it's like there is like some overlap and stuff that if you were born within a certain time frame, then like it does like change the way that your signs work. It's really interesting actually. Like I thought it was fascinating when I found out that it's like, yeah, if you're like the actual astrology of it really actually it really does matter when you were like the not just the day that you were born, but the time you were born too, because then it affects like other aspects of your astrology chart. Like it affects like your moon sign and stuff, which are like totally like it's like a whole other aspect of it. Like I always thought that it was kind of like you can't be like, oh well, I mean, it doesn't make sense to me that that everybody is like one or the other astrological sign. Oh, Zoe, I hear Zoe's voice. But like the moon signs and stuff really, the moon signs and like the what was rising, the star that was rising and falling when you were born, like it quote unquote has an impact. It's like real interesting stuff. Leo is my moon sign. There you go. Boom. Gemini, more like Gemini. Virgo, more like No. I'm really into full astrology charts. Gemini, Sun, Taurus, rising, Leo, Moon. I can't remember what my rising and moon signs are because I knew at one point. I got to reach out to my parents and be like, yo, what time was I born at? Wait, what time was I born? Because that's like, I find that stuff super interesting. Like I remember my, I had like a star chart that my parents got made when I was like a kid. And I remember reading it like, God. About to go into the fuck zone. I remember reading it like as an adult and being like, man, like there's like some like overlap here. It's like genuinely like real overlap. Like this, when this thing was made when I was a child, it's like, yeah, this is like not me to a T, but it's like there's like some relevant stuff in here. Like the person will always want to go their own path, even when there's nothing wrong with the normal path that everybody else is using. And I'm like, wow, look, that's me. I do what I want when I want. I'm a human cat, lol. Oh God, who's shooting me?
Everyone all right?
And then it goes into like, well, this thing was created before, like when I was born. So did my parents like raise me with that specific stuff in mind? And then it became like nature versus nurture, or did it like predict, or was it more predictive? Like, I just think that stuff is super, super interesting, especially when you get it done as a kid. I'd pretend to care, Jessica Butt. You wish you could stop caring about my butt. Oh man, you guys are cracking me up. I'm overcomfort again. See, this is what I'm fucking talking about. I want to take everything. Why does it make me not want to take everything? Just let me take everything. Not a big deal, brother. Like you're gonna put all this stuff on the ground. Why don't you just let me take it all? I know that's like antithetical to like one of the core conceits of the game is that you have a limited amount of inventory space, but I don't know. I kind of find limited inventory space to be kind of pointless unless the game is directly revolvent around the inventory, right? Like Moonlighter, I thought was an excellent example. Oh fuck. Holy shit. Get whacked. Oh my God. Dude, I lucked the fuck out of that. That person was about to light my ass up. Thanks for the finger. Like a game like Moonlighter, I think is a perfect example of like a good time for there to be a good time for there to have inventory constraints and management and stuff in that kind of world, because the entire game was derived around you going into the dungeon and taking items so that way you could literally sell them in your shop, right? At that point, your fucking inventory is important because it's like, well, do you want to take this one? You want to take one stack of this item that would be worth X amount, or do you want one item that would be worth more than that, right? It's like, I thought that was really interesting, but again, it did get a little long in the tooth after a while, you know? And it's like, this game, it doesn't really make sense to me to have this kind of stuff in it, because it's like, what's even the fucking point, really? Like, there's no, because if I really wanted to, I could literally just go back to my ship, dump all this stuff into a chest, and then never fucking look at it again, which would basically be the equivalent of it being in my inventories. You know, it feels just a little silly, you know? Like, I'm not really sure if I fully understand, like, the point I get. Is Parvy still wearing her outfit? I don't want to delete her outfit. I like Parvy's basic outfit. You know, she's still in her regular outfit. I will give her a map. Bold to think I did. You obsessed and sus. I'm gorgeous. I love the phonetic pronunciation of gorgeous. That's good. That's real good. Gorgeous. Go sus. Yeah, it's just like, you know, it's like, I feel like inventory systems in games, they need to make sense for the context of the game, right? Like it's real easy to be like, yeah, you can take everything that you want. But if there's like what's the point of taking everything if A, there's no point to some of the stuff that you pick up, right? And B, like, you're only gonna like harvest it away. You know, it's just, ooh, I've got a new flaw. Spacer's Choice found a flaw in you. Flaw tutorial. During your adventures, things may happen to your character that can trigger a flaw offer. Taking the flaw is optional, but doing so provides you with a perk. The choice is yours. So I've got a herniated disc. Carrying too heavy of a load too many times has weakened your back, making you lose that spring in your step when carrying a significant amount of weight. -1 body attributes when you're carrying above 50 at or above 50% carry capacity. That's really nasty. I'm gonna go and reject that. Aquarius Moon. Yeah, I think that's really interesting because it's like, oh man, herniated disc. I really think astrology is really interesting, and I like all that like kind of like divination kind of stuff. Like I'm really into tarot card reading as well. Like I have my own deck of tarot cards because my dad taught me how to read tarot. I've been thinking about like maybe offering tarot card readings on stream, but I don't really know how I would do that. I'm still kind of puzzling that out because I don't have a webcam, right? And I feel like it would be kind of important to show the cards. I don't know. It's one of those things I'm still thinking about. In terms of lots of things. Oh goodness. Nice. Got a silencer mod. The flaws suck. I never took them. I mean, yeah. I mean, I feel like that's literally the purpose of the flaws, though, to be bad, right? I think like the evil or the downside of it is supposed to be you get this negative ass attribute that's terrible. Like that herniated disc perk was flaw was awful, absolutely. But the perk that you could get is meant to be, oh god, is meant to be able to theoretically counteract it. Right? It just never ended up happening. That it did end up counteracting it in a noticeable or helpful enough way to make it really worth taking the flaw. Which is unfortunate. Oh, is this Zoe? Hey Zoe.
Wow. You crossed them all off, like some sort of heroic accountant running down a list.
That's me, heroic accountant.
Teach me your ways.
You're Zoe? Your people are looking for you.
What? You mean Adelaide's little congregation of nature-loving nobodies? I could not possibly be
nature-loving nobodies.
You, on the other hand, you were a sight to behold. If I had half your skills, I'd be the greatest outlaw the coast has ever seen.
I've been sent to find you.
Why? Adelaide wants me back on garden duty or something? Thanks, but I'm not going anywhere. This is where I belong.
You should go back to the camp. People are worried.
I doubt that. Nobody in that camp really cared about me.
What about Stephanie? Was mad thirsty.
Yeah, I suppose you're right.
Got that dick pic waiting for you, girl.
Can carry on a conversation, unlike these hooligans. I'll take my
thirsty Stefan. Or am I thinking of Thomas? Maybe both.
Grace is going to be glaring knives at me, so I've got that to look forward to.
Yeah, go enjoy your TV show. Zoe, stay in your lane. Get good. I almost wish I could make Zoe a companion and like we could go like a whole Marauder route. That'd be fucking awesome, actually. That'd be really cool. Oh, Craig, did you play the DLC perchance? Because I know I'm not gonna spoil it because we'll get there when we get there for sure. Because I really like the DLC. I haven't played the newest one, but I have played the other one. If so, what did you think of it? I did not. Oh, okay, interesting. I'm not gonna spoil it because we'll get there. But it has some very, very interesting implications for the rest of the game. It almost feels like that DLC should have been in the base game, in my opinion. But we'll talk about that more when we get there. We're about also 25 levels off from that, so it's gonna be a minute. But it's got some really, really interesting stuff going on in it. Like, in my opinion, it feels like it would have made more sense for this DLC that first piece of DLC to be in the base game, because it really sheds quite a bit of light on some of the events that are happening in this game that, damn it, that really, like, it really could have used some of that illumination for sure. All right. Oh, the trip blade is high quality. How much is it worth? Still worth only $3. Get out of here. Just gonna go walk around and pick up all these guys' crap. I feel like I've got a lot of shit on me. Garbage. How much does this stuff weigh? I got 8 pounds worth of stuff on me. Gotta go to Japanese lesson. Oh, that's fun. Bye, Timbo, and only Timbo. Bye, Simmer. Enjoy your Japanese lesson. That's fun, dude. I took Japanese in high school. I don't remember anything from it though. I don't remember jack all from Japanese in high school. The only thing I remember is like very, very basic phrases like konnichiwa and arigato gozaimasu means just thank you. And the only complex phrase that I know, which probably isn't, you know, it might not, my pronunciation is probably totally, I just drop this shit. Options. My pronunciation is probably totally whiffed, but Denwa Bongo desu ka, which I believe means can I have your phone number? I don't know why out of all the phrases that I learned in Japanese and all the information in that class, that's the only one that I remember. But I also remember that the teacher was just kind of not very good. Unfortunately, she was not a great teacher. And the lesson planning was just like, oh fuck. It was unfortunately just a little lacking. You know, but also I was like, you know, a dumbass high school kid that didn't even really want to be in school, let alone anything like that. And I mostly just, you know, yeah, I didn't pay attention or anything like that. But it was not, unfortunately, I wish the class had been a bit better, you know, because it's just like, I wish I remembered more Japanese. But I feel like that's probably, I feel like this you know, man, I wish I remembered more of the language that I learned in high school. I wish I remembered more of those words and lessons and stuff. I feel like that's sounds about right. Hello, Timbo. JKC. I feel like that's a pretty, like, maybe not universal, but like I feel like that's like a, like, I'm not alone in that respect of being like, man, I wish that I remembered more of the stuff that I learned in high school about like the language that I took, because that probably could have actually been like very useful to know in my modern day life. Companion perks. Hey, my companion leveled up, Pog. You know, like I wish I took like more Spanish, and I wish I knew Spanish at this point. Like Spanish is super useful. Be very helpful to know. Double up. Dude, Parvy, we're freaking pogging up over here, dude. We are pogging up, brother. I'm injured right Actually, no, we're not gonna. We're gonna dump. I want a couple points in this because I want the companion to build. Yeah. Okay. Then we'll dump into. Yes, and then we got the companion abilities. Awesome. I love the companion ability. So Parvy's companion ability is so much fun. I always go with just a bonus perks too for the companions because just giving it a little bit of extra buff here and there is super helpful. Drino, gonna need that. Ammo. Dead end. Like, I don't think I can think of it. Man, pardon me. I don't think I can think of a single person that was like, man, unless they really like dove into it. Man, I really remember my language courses from high school. Which is unfortunate because like I hear that, first of all, polyglots, people who know like 6, 7, 8 languages, blow my fucking mind. Like that's so cool. I think that is like just incredibly neat. That it's like, yeah, you know all these different languages, and if you wanted to, you could like cycle through your conversations. You could have a conversation where you cycled through like 7 or 8 languages. Like that blows me away. I think that is super. And then also, of course, like you have like characters on TV shows that are polyglots too, like Daniel Jackson from Stargate, and it's like, yeah, he knows like 8, 9, 10 different languages, which of course makes a huge amount of sense if you're going to be sending somebody on off-world missions to other planets to be able to like that. Who knows what kind of culture and stuff they're going to have, or what kind of base they will, what kind of cultural base they would have started from. You know, I always wondered, and I recently Googled this because I was pissed off, not after having not knowing for so long. I was always wondering in Stargate, how did all the different species and like people know how to speak English, right? Like there was never like it was always like, yeah, you go to a new world and you've never interacted with these people before and they know how to speak English, right? Like, how does that make sense? How do they all know English? Like, shouldn't they be speaking something like an older dialect, or you know, something like that? Like, why is it that they can all just know how to inherently speak English out there? And I think the answer was that when you go through the gate in Stargate, what happens is that when you're dematerialized and rematerialized on the opposite side, it injects you with nanites into your bloodstream. Like it builds nanites inside of you, and the nanites are translator microbes basically, which allow you to understand the other races, right? Which I guess kind of makes sense, but it's just like, I really just wish they would have acknowledged it at one point. You know, like I remember in the first episode, they freaking sidestepped the question, or like, how does everybody know English? And like O'Neill just goes, don't worry about it, right? We'll deal with this later, right? And then it was never brought up again, unfortunately. But I was always like, how do y'all know English? You know, how's that possible? Pop. How is he still alive? That dog.
Everyone all right?
We got him. Only like 3 guys. Cool. And I mean, I know from like a narrative perspective why they didn't do it, because it's like they didn't want Daniel to have to freaking translate every single language every episode that they came across. I mean, I get it. I like understand. But it's just like, I'd always like, man, I look so fucking cool now. Armor in this game is sick. Man. I love how it's like I'm wearing power armor, but it's like not power armor. You know what I mean? Power armor, but not. Well. Gotta be careful sometimes, because sometimes you'll trash something that like it turned out that was better. They could have done the levels in this game a little bit differently. I don't know. I have a little bit of mixed feelings about the way that they loot in this game, because I like the loot, but it's like, and it makes sense the way that they did it, where it's like eventually like you'll become so powerful that the first couple of weapons that you found are kind of meaningless. And then you'll find the same weapons over again, but they're like the exclusive brand weapons. So they're like signature pistols and stuff like that, which kind of makes sense. But it also feels like, I don't know. It feels like they could have done something a little bit more. Hey, oh, this is the community center, isn't it? Oops. Oh no, my controller just disconnected. Oh, it's Dungeon Master! Welcome in, Master. How are you doing today? Hope you're doing well, friend. Excited for Wednesday? I know I am. Are you working? Are you working? Okay, he's working now. Sorry. Okay. Dungeon Master just tiered 6 biddies. Thank you so much for the bits, Dungeon Master. I appreciate you, brother. Thank you so much. Really, really appreciate it. Hope you're doing well, friend. Clement, I find I must disagree with your theories about the Earth Directorate's place in the colonial system. Sadly, as much as I appreciate the board and the new frontier they've opened for us, I believe Halcyon and all the other colonies on the rim of the galaxy will fall to pieces or war amongst themselves if the Earth Directorate wasn't around to regulate trade and settle disputes. Do you think the corporations would accept the mandated inclusion of an Earth minister if they had a choice in the matter? And that was from Jay Bartel. Now this is the response. Spirit of adventure. Jefferson, of course I'd never dispute that Earth is the heart of the whole colonial system, but the real adventure and independent spirit upon which mankind truly thrives is to be found out here among the furthest colonies. I still think you're wrong about the history, though. The discovery of the skip drive was not what gave the Earth Directorate power over the corporations. The high cost of the Great War left them in a weakened state, and the skip drive was simply the extra leverage the Directorate needed to return to power. Clement. Politics. Doing all right. I'm excited for Wednesday too. That's good to hear. And thank you for the message on Discord as well, Maelstrom. Let me see if I can fix that right now. There we go. Scooched it over. Hopefully it'll work. Thank you for the tip, though. I appreciate you. Yeah. Scooch over, mouse. All right. We are just playing a little bit of Outer Worlds here. Have you played Outer Worlds, Dungeon Master? I feel like you would like this game. It's very explory, and there's like a little bit of shooting, run and gunning and stuff, but it's also like very talky as well. Collector's letter. I just got the letter today. Corporate ordered me to relocate to the Edgewater Cannery, effective immediately. It's a sham. I was really looking forward to running my own gift shop at the community center, selling rare memorabilia. But scripture tells us that all things happen for a reason. Work fortifies the spirit and all. As for my book collection, I can't bear to part with it. Don't want those books moldering in some contraband locker, so I stash them away in a cave over by the river. You have not. It's really interesting. It's got a lot of anti-capitalist vibes going on, which I think you'll like specifically. But like, there's like, it's got some really interesting societal commentary, shall we say, that happens throughout the course of the story, which is really good. I think it's got some really interesting like things to say. Sometimes it's a little like ham-fisted about the narrative and the points that it's trying to make, but I think that it works out. Oh, this is another path. Sometimes bluntness is like the best medium for telling things. You know what I mean? Sometimes like hitting you over the head with something with how blunt it is like, yeah, it's bad. Like there's literally so we're in this we're on this planet that has been colonized by the corporations, and we are in the Emerald Vale, which is outside of Edgewater, a large canning facility that is run by Spacer's Choice, which is a subsidiary of, I believe it's a subsidiary of TNL, which is on this board of directors for the corporations that run this entire solar system, right? And so, over encumbered again. So in canon, can I like? Here we go. So in canon, we've been like hanging out in this town a little bit, and we're trying to get our ship off the ground, and trying to think about where to start the story. So basically, the way that the story starts is you are playing as a colonist who was promised that if you like basically sign over and become an indentured servant for like 9-10 years or something like that, over in this colony out in space, then eventually you'll get your freedom and stuff like that. But the way that it ends up, and you can go off and do your own thing over in this like new section of space, which is pretty cool. But what ends up happening is that you sign this contract and you end up getting aboard. Oh, hey, Parvy. You end up getting aboard the Hope vessel, and they end up flying over to the new system. However, some kind of issue or bug happens while they're in transit, and the ship goes off the grid, and they drop out of hyperspace, and everybody is frozen for basically 60 years when the trip was meant to take like 10 years. And humans aren't able to survive that long in hypersleep normally, but we a doctor named Phineas Wells, who is like a rogue scientist who's against the board, is trying to has awoken us from hypersleep and revived us, and they did so successfully with this specific concoction of chemicals. However, there's like thousands of people that are aboard the Hope, and he only had enough to revive one person, which is us. So now we're trying to go find more of these chemicals, so that way we can revive more people. And Phineas's overall goal is to try to basically save the colony, because the board of directors are basically running it into the ground, because, you know, it's basically a capitalist paradise, which makes it a dystopic as fuck. It's pretty interesting though. And like, there's already been like tones of like, yo, the people in this cannery are sick, and there's like a plague going on, and if you want medicine, make sure that you're working up to standard, and that only the medicine has to be rationed, so only people who are workers are going to be able to get the medicine, right? It's just like very poignant commentary. Like, there was literally a line that said like, work fortifies the mind, the spirit, and the body. So if you're feeling sick, maybe you're just not working hard enough. It's like like very very anti-capitalist vibes, which I personally find to be delightful. So so this is actually my third playthrough of this game, and I'm doing a full bootlicker run because I have not played the bootlicker pathway before in this, and I want to see what's going to happen if we just agree with all the corporate shills and become a corporate shill ourselves. That should be fun. Only workers can get medicine. Hello, American capitalism. Yep. Ding, 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 ding. Yeah. Like, it literally, like, again, slightly ham-fisted, but like, it's pretty interesting. And the wild thing is that this game came out before the fucking pandemic happened. And so it's like, the stuff that's going on in the game now, it's just like, it hits just a little bit different. Bootlicker run. Yeah, exactly. Hello? Can't open this door. I'm not strong enough. Yeah, I'm going full bootlicker. I'm trying to work my way up the corporate ladder, no matter whose boot I have to throat. Come on, give me them boots. I'll lick them clean, brother. Wow, Harvey killed that guy fast. So these marauder dudes out here are guys that have seemingly gone crazy, and you can't talk to them at all. Like, which is kind of interesting, because like a large part of this game is, hey, you talk to people and you solve their problems, or find out what their deal is, so that way you can help them or not help them, you know, depending on the situation. These marauder dudes are basically the equivalent of raiders from like a Fallout game, right? Where it's like they've basically like lost all semblance of reality, right? And have have just gone, I guess gone, man, gone native is a really bad term, I'm realizing. I'm trying to think of what a good way of saying it would be, but nothing's coming to mind. They've lost all sense of their own humanity and have become like basically like bloodthirsty monsters, which is like really lazy of the game, but it explains it later, don't worry. At least with the freaking DLC. Without the DLC, they just stay kind of bloodthirsty monsters, which really doesn't make sense, especially in a game where you're really able to talk to everybody. Like, that was kind of like my big complaint when I played this game the first time, where it's like, why are all these people like just straight like murderous intent people? Like, I'm walking around outside. Why do all these people want to kill me? Just for existing, right? I never understood that, but the DLC actually explains it. Good catch. Thank you. Yeah. You know, it's really interesting because like I've been like looking over that list of ableist phrases that you've posted and proliferated out, which I think is really, really cool. I really like that stuff. And it's like I've been trying to like be more self-aware about like the words and the verbiage that I'm using, because it's like my partner brought this up the other day. It's like, yeah, there's like ableist language totally strewn throughout our entire like diction, you know, and just our parlance, you know. It's wild to actually think about it. And when you point it out, it's like, man, that is like really fucked up and bad, isn't it? It's just inherent. It's crazy. So I've been really trying to be better about that kind of stuff. I mean, I'm of course still learning and still working on it, but you know, I think it's an important thing to do, because it's just like it not only does it make sense, but it's also like, I like what Murami put the other day about, it's just like, it's not only is it's lazy, but doing so but actually actively describing words and what you're intending is more descriptive, right? As opposed to just, you know, going with what society kind of has programmed or conditioned you to think about it. And it's just like, well, no, I mean, that word is not only inherently ableist, but also it's just not very descriptive, brother. Like, you could use like a totally better word to use to describe what you're feeling or what you're thinking, and it's just kind of lazy to not. It's wild. Yes, exactly. Oh yeah, it's wild. See, exactly. I totally did it just there, and I didn't even realize it. God dang it. Man. Wild was my favorite word. Yeah. Gold Moonster really likes wild. I really like wild too. I think wild is a good one. Wild's really good. I hear ableist language in TV shows and I'm like, yeah, exactly. It's just like all over the place, which is wild. You know, it's just like, not only is it wild, but it's just unnecessary. You know, it's like you're a writer, like write good. You know what I mean? You're being paid to write good. Dang it. Why you write bad when you could write good? Oh man, I freaking hate over encumbrance. So annoying. Why do I Sure. Yes, 10-4 Dungeon Master. I will instead of using brother, I will use I had one for this. Comrade. Because I had this conversation. This was quite a bit ago at this point. I've lost track of where I am. Oh, yeah, I've been here. This was a little while ago at this point. But when I first streamed with Vega, I double checked with them. I was like, because like, it's kind of part of my Californiaism to refer to people as like brother and like and buddy, or what is it? And dude, that kind of thing. But like, I totally recognize that those are like gendered terms, and even though I'm not meaning them as such, it doesn't excuse what other people are feeling. And you know, it's really not hard to be cognizant of that. So if you don't like any of that terminology or what have you, feel free to just reach out. Comrade is a great one. Good. Yeah, exactly. It's just like so simple, you know. It's like, because in my mind, it's like basically the equivalent of if somebody gives you a nickname and then you're like, I don't really like that nickname. Can you like not use that nickname? And then they keep using that nickname anyways. It's like, fuck you. Like, I've literally told you I don't like that and you're gonna just keep doing it anyway. You're a dick, dog. Like, fuck off. It's literally just, it's really not hard to be like just a little bit cognizant and you know, considerate of other people's feelings and emotion. And I know that that's like I feel like that's literally just the basic, literally the most basic thing that you can probably ask, but it's like, I guess it's a problem in our society for whatever reason. Comrade is a great one. Yeah, I like Comrade. I feel like I got put off topic, but yeah. So I asked Vega if I was like, are you cool with me calling you brother and dude? Because Vega uses they them pronouns, and I was like, I don't want to make an assumption. So I clarified with them first, and they were cool with it. But of course, that doesn't apply to everybody. You know, that was the thing that I really liked when I was looking into non-binary, because I did a little bit of research in it because I was interacting with all these new non-binary people, and I was like, I haven't actually looked into like what the definition of non-binary is, and I was like really like pleasantly surprised to find that non-binary is like, it's kind of like a big umbrella term, you know, and it's like, yeah, non-binary is specific for like, it means something specific for each person because, you know, it kind of doesn't make sense that like we have two genders, right? And everybody falls into one or the other. It's like, no, I mean, have you met people? People don't like being put in boxes to begin with, right? People are like that with trans people's names, honorifics, and pronouns all the time. Exactly, right? Like, I mean, it's like one thing if like you give somebody a nickname, right? And then the person goes, oh, well, I don't like that nickname. Can you not use that nickname? And it's a totally other thing if you're using like, if somebody has a dead name and then you fucking keep using that, like that is even like, that is on like another fucking level. Like I can't even imagine doing that like intentionally, right? Like I can't imagine intentionally using a trans person's dead name. Like that's fucked, dog. Like at that point, you're literally, it's just literally hate. There's really no reason for it. Oh my God, these people are dead back here. Anna, your mother passed away from the plague. God, she wasn't chosen to receive medical treatment and failed to recover on her own. I found a site near the ocean to bury her. I know it's company policy to have her buried in the graveyard, but I just can't afford the fees. I'm heading out after dark to put her to rest. Say my final goodbyes and all. I know it's dangerous to go out alone at night, but I have to chance it. And if you're reading this, I want you to know that your mother was a good person. Don't blame her for what happened. She worked as hard as she could. It just wasn't hard enough. And love, Dad. Jesus Christ, that's dark. I wish they'd do better. Yeah, it's just like, I had this conversation the other day with my other friend Jared, when we were doing a co-op stream, and it's like, yeah, it's like, it really feels like as a society, we've lost sometimes folks stop being friends with those that willfully dead name. Yeah, I wouldn't put up with that shit either. It's not the same, but it's like almost tantamount to calling somebody the fucking nickname that you don't want them to over and over again. I mean, like, I wouldn't put up with that as a normal person, or quote unquote as a cis het individual. I would not put up with that. I would not even think about putting up with that if I was trans. Fuck that, dog. Fuck that toxicity, bro. Or sorry, comrade. That's fucked. Yeah, I mean, like I really feel like the conversation that I had with Jared the other day was on point, where it's like as a society, we culturally, or at least certain aspects of our society, not all of them, it's hard when it's your family members you've known your whole life. Yeah, I mean, but again, that's just really, that makes it unacceptable, even more so, because it's like, you're supposed to care and love this person no matter fucking what. Can you imagine giving birth to somebody and then them being like, you know, I'm not having a good time like this. Can we do this? And then you being like, nah, fuck that. Nah, I know you're my progeny, but whatever. I don't care anymore because Cloudman in the sky told me not to like you anymore. Now, therefore, I'm going to kick you out of my life entirely. It's like, okay, well, I hope you love Cloudman that much. Jesus Christ. But it leads to systemic oppression because folks get separated from the systems of support we usually have access to. Right. I mean, there's like, I know there's like a huge, like, aren't trans youth like one of the largest percentage of the homeless populations, like homeless youth population out there, because their fucking families just kicked them out? What's up with that? Like, I just, you know, if you're gonna go through the fucking whole ordeal of having a fucking child, at least support them, especially when they're having a hard time, brother or comrade. God damn it. Sorry. I can imagine. My wife isn't talking to a majority of her extended family anymore. Yeah, it's just sad. It's just sad, right? Because it's like I can't imagine. I'm like a fairly deeply atheistic individual, like, and I respect other people for having religion, and I think that is really cool and important to those people that you do have that religion. You know, I feel like, but you know, religion is something that you get in as much as you give, and vice versa, right? And if your religion is like actively telling you to hate people, your religion's not so great, brother. Like, no, you're good. I guess we got a dystopian game going on here. Yeah. No, I mean, this is the perfect lens to talk about this kind of shit. For sure. No, you're absolutely all right, Dungeon Master. I love our conversation. Don't get me wrong. Yes, Constable Reyes looks gay and I love it. Look at her hair. Her hair is fabulous, right? Her hair is so good. The first one of the first female officers I talked to, she had bright purple hair, and she also looked great too. Yeah, Constable Reyes. Yo, Constable Reyes, I got some fingers for you.
What do you have for me?
I got some fingers.
Gil Antrim. Real name, Guillaume. Duly processed by a freelancer on behalf of Spacer's Choice. I remember him. Was just a kid last I saw him. Shame. I'll just
I lost my train of thought, but it's back. We jumped back onto the tracks. So my friend Jared and I were having this conversation, and I feel like if it's relevant now, where as a society we have culturally, or aspects of our society and culture have lost this concept of empathy, you know, and it's like, well, I don't care about other people unless it affects me, right? And you see that a huge amount with, you know, the other side, we'll say, where it's like they don't care about something until it affects them, until their kid, it turns out their kid is gay or trans or non-binary or you know, what have you. Oh my gosh, Lazarcre! Welcome in, brother! Oh my god! Buddy, were you just streaming just now? How's the Hollow Knight run going? Oh my god. Did you win? Did you succeed? I was lurking in your channel the other day. I didn't have a chance to say anything because I was in a I was playing D&D on that Sunday, but I was watching and I was like, man, how did you? I wanted to ask how. I saw you had knocked yourself down to 1 hit point and you were running around with the Fury Charm. Got halfway done. Oh, you'll get there, brother. You'll get there. Oh, how did you knock your health down to personal best? Oh, nice, good job. How did you knock your health down to being one life with the Fury, or were you using, like, because I was curious about that, because it was like you were like, yeah, I can't take any hits, and then I tuned into your stream and you were at 1 life, and I was like, how's that work? Oh, jump into spikes. I see. Okay, gotcha. That makes more sense. And I was like, that's damn clever, because you can't take any hits anyway, so you might as well get the damage buff, right?
Bert was the local preacher.
Oh, hey, Ness.
Before Max took over.
That's nice.
Always was quick to
I appreciate you, Ness. I hope you're doing well, friend.
That's all 3. I must remember to requisition.
I have to announce it too. Yeah, that makes sense.
Here's all the compensation you've earned, plus a bonus.
Yeah, I got a bonus and a badge. Now I'm the fuzz.
You've done such a bang-up job hunting down our former workers that I thought it only proper.
By bobbing the Nighthead and saying out loud, "Fury of the Fallen." How did so many people end up as Marauders?
It is official Spacer's Choice policy that all Marauders, regardless of prior affiliation to the Spacer's Choice brand, no longer qualify as our people.
That doesn't really answer my question.
Marauders are folk who lost the will to keep working, wandered out into the wilds and gave into their baser instincts. Not everyone's cut out to work in Edgewater. Some turn deserter, some turn Marauder. None of them get my sympathy.
Man, you're a bit of a cold bitch, aren't you? Jeez. Marauders seem to like Adrenatime.
Everybody likes Adrenatime. It is the finest medical drug ever developed by Spacer's Choice. Much better than that crap Anti-Cleo pedals. Sure, a little too much Adrenatime can bring out the violent animal in you, but if overdosing on Adrenatime turns you into a lunatic, you have only yourself to blame. Says so right on the warning label. Violent psychosis is a well-documented and legally accounted for side effect of Adrenatime.
Oh, so the Marauders are going nuts. Or sorry, they're going into violent psychosis due to Adrenatime. That's fun. That's great. And it's, you know, publicly documented as well that if you take this substance, you will just evolve into violent psychosis. Good stuff. Outer Worlds is going good. We just finished up some bounties, and we're probably gonna go toggle the power off to the power plant and divert it away from the deserters. Later. Yeah, we took a hit, and since I didn't have time for the reset, I decided to close the stream and practice on my own. Makes sense. Makes sense. Your reputation has changed. Oh, I missed it. Oh well. I think they like me a little bit more here.
Weeks back, still ain't past it.
This guy's got gray hair
Nothing I can
too.
do about that.
Oh, showed us her. She's got some sweet ass goggles. Okay, so now that we're back in town, do I have anything more I gotta do in here? Turn to Grace and the 3 volume. Graveside feast. One more guy I gotta get grave. Got down the personal best one just yesterday. Yeah, that's great.
Yes, Mr. Thompson.
Martin
I'm
Abernathy.
fine, Mr. Thompson. Never been healthier.
Oh man, this dude
did,
looks so sick.
Did Mr. Thompson send you? Well, you tell Mr. Thompson I'll be right at my post tomorrow, bright and early tomorrow, because I'm definitely not plagued. As spry as a spring chicken.
gee.
That's old Abernathy.
Brother, you look like you're 1 foot in the grave already. Comrade, sorry. That one hit the Hollow Knight itself. Wow. You got all the way to the end, Zarkray? That's crazy. Gosh. What's got you so nervous,
Some sort of
Abernathy?
wandering alienist? Walking into a man's own
Some
dump
sort of
yard,
wandering
wondering about his
alienist?
mental state?
What does that mean? Are you trying to call me a racist? I'm positive you mentioned something about being plagued.
You don't know that. I could have been saying anything.
Share the clip of the hit if you
Maybe
want.
I
Yeah,
said
do it.
peg.
Hold on, let me
You know how words sound a mite strange when you're sick. Wait, no. Oh, damn it. Okay, listen. Maybe I am
There you go.
feeling a little under the weather, but I swear I'm on the mend. Please, don't tell the constable.
You got the plague? Get away, you leper.
You're right.
God.
I'm plagued. I'm afflicted. I know it's hard to believe what with the fine and dashing figure I got, but it's all true. Hey, you're hale and healthy and possibly for hire, ain't you? Do a good turn for an expiring old man.
What do you need?
Couple hours out of your day and
You look
some
horrible, my dude.
story work. That's
Yeah.
all. There's a cache of anthracillin tucked
Like I
away
said, he
in
looks
the
like he's
old
got 1 foot in
community
the grave.
center.
There's a
Powerful stuff.
cache of
Stronger than what
anthrocillin
we
tucked
got,
away in the
anyway.
old community center. Powerful
I
stuff.
need you to
Okay.
break in. Nab
Jump.
that medicine and bring it back to me.
I'm gonna open that. I'm gonna watch it out. I'm gonna watch it after stream though, but I'm looking forward to seeing this. Man, that's wild though. Great, good job, Zarkray. I'm telling you, you're gonna get there. I'm telling you, you're gonna get there, and it's gonna be great. I'm already excited. I'm already excited to see it. What's your? Do you have a PB1 is not the end though? Really? What happens after you beat the Hollow Knight? How much more stuff do you got to do? All right, I'll go to your. I'll get you your anthracillin.
I think I feel the plague spreading.
Jeez,
Oh,
keep
it's
6
in my
feet.
spleen now. I
Social
can
distance,
feel it.
brother. Comrade. Damn it. I'm gonna get there. I'm gonna get there. I'll wait. Don't die while I'm out. After beating the Hollow Knight, the run is over. Oh, I see.
You're making
Right.
a mistake working for Abernathy.
Sometimes
I was
you
gonna
don't
say
even
because
have
it's
to
like
do anything.
I was gonna say if you have to do the DLC stuff while on the one run, that's impossible. Like I can't even imagine doing the White Palace without being able to get hit. I can't imagine having to do the White Palace without being able to get hit and then doing the DLC one that's like even more difficult. Okay, so we got a couple of things to do. Gotta go talk to Silas. Hey, Dungeon Glitch, how are you doing today? Welcome in. Doing an any % route. Nice. What's your speed run look like for that, Zark? Right? Because I imagine if you're doing no hit runs in Hollow Knight, I imagine that you're also probably doing you've probably got some speed run text down too. I'll start grinding True Ending, which is White Palace plus Radiant stuff. Yeah, I can't. I'm still having. No, you don't do speed runs, really. I'm kind of surprised by that. I figured that would be like right up your alley. I figured you would be like. I figured you would have the hottest text for that. Although we use some speedrun tricks. Speedrunners are nuts. Respect. Oh, absolutely. Oh man, I love in the no hit run. Yeah, I could see that for sure. I love that one event that they do. I love AGDQ and like the different summer events, and like I love all those AGDQ stuff. Like it's great. Acid skip. Like one time I was watching that broadcast. I think this was in 2019. I can't remember. It was a hot minute ago at this point. But there was a speed run of Celeste that happened, where it was a bot assisted speed run. Ooh. It was a bot assisted speed run. So it was an AI that had been programmed to play the game, and it is like one of the wildest speed runs I've ever seen. It's just wild. Like the way that the bot handles each obstacle, and it just blew my mind. I was like just absolutely blown away by this, because it's like nobody's playing the game right now. It's literally just an AI going through like a code, like telling it when to jump and how to jump and when to run and stuff. Like, it's mind-blowing. It was so cool, and it was so fast too, like faster than humanly possible. Which is using a crystal dash to go over the acid lake and crossroads to get to Monomon. That was amazing. I hung out in the speedrun lobby at PAX East. Oh, that sounds cool. The adrenaline comes out of nowhere when someone like finally hits the wave. Yeah, I really like that too, because it's like when. Because look, I feel like there's a little bit of this conception that like when you're running an AGDQ or any of the speedruns that are like televised or streamed on Twitch, is that you're not gonna have like a personal best or anything like that. Oh, hey, they're talking.
Keeping him careful and true, miss.
Oh, that's so cute. She was checking on her dad to make sure her dad's okay. Nice. Like I love that moment in AGDQ when it's like the runner is running in, because there's no conception that he's gonna, or that he or she or they are going to set a personal best or a record or a world record or anything. But then like that moment when you're like watching and you're like, wow, they actually are they're doing better than their personal best, and they're on pace. Like they could set a world record here possibly. It's like that moment that of excitement and energy that goes through the audience. It's like electric. It's so cool. Hollow Knight was the opening game for GDQ. Oh, really? That's cool. Yeah, I should watch a speedrun of Hollow Knight at this point, because I feel like that's not that speedrun for this game is out of this world. It's so interesting, because like you can beat this game in like 20 minutes if you really speedrun it. Well, mind blowing, insane, wild. God damn it. What are you talking about, Silas?
My dad's buried here. Silas watches over.
When there's grass percent in which a speedrunner has to cut all the grass in the entire game. I love that. That's amazing. That makes me happy. I want grass speedrunning. I'm sorry, Parvy.
Oh. Well, thanks.
Something I can do for you?
Some heated rivalry between speedrun purists and like glitch runners. Yeah, that's true too. They even did a mod to count the grass. A total of 3,396 grass. That's a lot of grass. Question about fees.
Any trouble?
Yeah, it's interesting too, because like I've actually encountered Dungeon Glitch. I've actually encountered that rivalry in person before, because like I brought up like AGDQ in person. This is pre-pandemic to some people, and they were like, but like, aren't they just using like glitches in order to get through? And it's like, sometimes they do use glitches, and I could just sense the disdain from the person being like, they use a glitch to beat the game as fast as possible. And it's like, well, I mean, there are like glitchless runs too, right? Like you could that's the kind of thing that I think is one of the things I think is really, really fascinating about speedrunning is that there's like so many different categories for it, right? Because you can have like 100% speedrunner, you can have an 80% speedrun, you can have a glitchless speedrun, you can have a specific type of speedrun where you carry a special object the entire time. Like there's just all, and it's all just player-based challenges, right? It's all challenges that the player themselves have dictated and set onto themselves. That's also part of the reason why I think Nuzlocke runs are so cool. And I would love to see it. I would love to see Game Freak actually do like a Nuzlocke mode or something in one of their Pokemon games where it's like, yeah, if you set this while you're when you're starting your run, the game will be permadeath, basically, right? Like I think that could be really, really cool. Oh God, Silas is giving me his 1,000 yards there, but he would say something. Conrad can't pay. He can't pay.
Is a yawning
Poor.
pit that swallows his every bit. I keep telling him he should cut a few corners. Skimp out on the disinfectant.
If you skimp out on the disinfected, that's how the plague spreads, dude.
Find some dirt on him. Maybe
Non-glitchless,
check his
yeah.
back room.
The strongest glitchless run in Hollow Knight is notorious for summoning an entire mountain from Crystal Peaks to insta-kill the Hollow Knight. Amazing. That sounds hilarious. You want me to extort him?
That's the word, extortion. Been on the tip of my tongue all day.
Okay. And Silas, I thought you were like a cool guy, but you're like a little bit of a dick, aren't you? The guy can't pay his graveside fees. I mean, what you gonna do? It is. It's all done in 2 minutes. Wow. Wait, what? How's that possible? What? Oh my God. Can't even imagine that.
I used to skip rocks in the river till Constable Reyes ticketed me for unlicensed terraforming.
Got a ticket for skipping rocks?
Jealous. She don't know how to skip rocks her own self.
I don't think I've ever heard that piece of dialogue before. That's really funny. Mirror's Edge being beaten in 3 minutes, or Mario 3 and 8 due to coding compiling error that triggers the end credits. Yeah, right. Oh man, there was that one Seth Bling video from a little while ago that I thought was really cool, where somehow he managed to, like, using jumping and like Mario and like shells in like Super Mario World, he was able to like code into the ending. He was able to actually like write code to the game, which then caused the code to like enact in a certain way that caused it to just skip him immediately to the credits, even though he was on like World 2-4 or something insane, like or something wild. Fuck. Which just is mind blowing, right? Like the fact that like Seth Bling in himself is such a fascinating creator. Like he does so many really interesting. Hey, a journal. Neat. He does so many really interesting and fascinating like technology and coding exhibitions and things like that like are just so cool. Like, hey, it's Cage. Welcome in, Cage. Yes, that one exactly. Yeah. That one's super cool. Of course, I come in during coding talk. I mean, were your ears burning? Were your ears burning, Cage? Because I feel like exactly. As soon as code talk drops. Yeah, I don't even know how did you figure that out? How did you figure out that you standing in this one spot and got a murder. How did you figure out standing in this one spot and kicking a Koopa shell up into the air was writing code to the game? Mind blowing. Mind blowing. Just incredible. It's fascinating. And if there's anybody that's going to figure out something like that, it's going to be that dude, because it's like didn't he also make like an active working like telephone in Minecraft where it's like you can make and receive calls using it? I don't even know. QA folks are impressive. Yeah. I imagine tons of testing and reading the code. Yeah, right. They have a nose for finding that shit. What? Yeah, he did. Yeah. He was making calls from inside Minecraft, and he was able to make and receive them. I think he ordered a pizza. A working computer and calculator too. Like, I feel like that's like most basic level stuff that guy has done. Like, that guy has done some insane things. Like, it's wild. it's just, I love, there's something that I just love so much about that, like Minecraft has become like this almost open source platform where it's like people can just do the most wild and imaginative things possible. Sorry, just checking Discord real quick. That's a great point, Dungeon Master. That is definitely food for thought. I will definitely incorporate that. Thank you. The person's name is Seth Bling. You're very welcome, Cage. The Wizardry of Space Spec Tech. Folk paid to break stuff. Yeah. Oh, thank you so much for the gift sub, Dungeon Master. Oh, and it went to Cage too. Awesome. That's freaking pog. Thank you so much for that, Dungeon Master. I super appreciate it. Oh, did it work? I hope it worked well. Hold on, I'm checking the stream. Make sure it's on screen correctly. Yes, it's on screen correctly. Awesome. Thank you so much for that, Dungeon Master. I super appreciate it. What was I gonna say? Oh, so I was working for I don't want to dox myself too hard or the place that I worked at, but I was working for, shall we say, a financial institution for a little while, and they had recently started using a service called Salesforce, which I'd never heard of up until that point. But I looked into it a little bit, and because I've done a little bit of coding here and there. I taught myself HTML, and I took some Java courses in high school, so I know like the basic premise of programming and object-oriented programming, and I know like the concepts. I just like have a hard time like actually doing things, just period. In general, I have a hard time doing things. So so while I was still at that company, I was looking into like all these different things that you can do with Salesforce, because Salesforce was like fairly open source, and like I wanted to like there's like a whole, at this financial institute, there was a whole thing having to do with referrals and reporting referrals and but anyways, the way that you reported referrals using Salesforce, you would eventually get like a big old Excel spreadsheet of just like absolutely poorly formatted garbage that you would then have to go format by hand, which I fucking hated to do. So I was trying to do like just a little macro, little code to make it so that way it would just pop out formatted, and then I would just push it to everybody else in the company and be like, hey, if you got to do referrals and you got to put them into Salesforce, you can just bump it out with this and it will format it for you, and it'll be very pretty and nice, so you don't got to worry about formatting issues or any of that garb. So and while I was looking through resources and stuff on how to code in Salesforce, I was amazed to find out that you can actually input information and drag information out of Salesforce using fucking Minecraft, of all things. Like, you can write code that works with Minecraft, and it will actually like make like data points and information show up into Minecraft using like signs and stuff, which blew me the fuck away. I was just like, I can't believe that somebody went through the effort of actually making this stuff accessible in Minecraft. Just mind blowing. Oh, I missed some chat. Hold on. Oh, thank you. Yeah, I'm glad I went to UKH. That's real great. Coding is hard. Coding is hard. That's very true. We might have been in the same field. I mean, maybe. It's definitely not outside the realms of possibilities. Yes. Salesforce is a thing. Yeah, right. I was super surprised with that. Lookup. Yeah, no problem. I once worked at a bank and had to do referrals. Oh, serious critiques of referral. Oh my god, don't even get me started on referral bonuses. We're like we're getting near to the end of the stream, and I could talk for 3 full fucking hours about referrals. Don't get me started, brother. Or don't get me started, comrade. God, I'm gonna get there. I promise. Holy smokes, yeah. I underestimated doing stream both today and yesterday. I feel mentally exhausted. Minecraft is such a weird thing. I love it. Yeah, streaming is definitely much more entertainment focused and exhausting than you would initially think, for sure. It really is like much more exhaustive than you would think. You would think it would just be like, yeah, I'm just gonna hang out and play video games or whatever, but it's like, no, it's like entertainment. be entertaining for a solid chunk of time, you know. It's like, it's definitely tricky, for sure. It's not the easiest thing in the world, but then it's also like exhausting too, right? Like it's not, it feels like it's one, I mean, like anything, it's one of those things you got to practice, you know. Like you don't just go into a marathon like you don't go into a marathon without practicing and doing like training up until that point. You don't just start running at the thing and expect to win, because you'll just die. You'll just straight die from your body being pushed to limits that you weren't like practicing to go to, right? And I feel like the same is very much true with streaming as well. Have I already looted this place? With streaming as well, where it's like you feel like I know, like in my hubris when I first started, I was like, yeah, I'm gonna stream for 3 days. I'm gonna stream 5 days a week for 3 hours each, and it's gonna be easy. And then after I was like 2 weeks in, I was like, oh my god, I'm like tired. Like I'm exhausted. Like I'm tired now, and I feel like I should be queuing it back, because like the streams at the beginning of the week are good, and then the streams kind of at the end of the week are like kind of losing quality slightly, and I personally am not satisfied with their entertainment value. So I should feel like I should dial it back a little bit, which is kind of where we've arrived now with the 3 days on, 3 days on for the weekdays, and then 2 days off. Or yeah, whatever. Math, words. But now I feel like I've gotten more into the flow, and I feel like my energy is more like normalized throughout like the week, and like my streams are more entertaining in general, which is like, you know, when it comes right down to it, like we're making entertaining content to make people laugh or smile, or just to hang out and have like a nice voice in the background that's talking about God knows what. I talk about so much different shit throughout the course of my streams, and there's really no one topic, you know.
Here they come.
Fuck you. But yeah, it's just like, yeah, you don't think that streaming is exhausting as it is until it's like, man, I'm super tired. Who would have guessed? Ryak, you know Salesforce. Yeah, I know, right? It's weird, right? I hear you, Zarkray. Mm-hmm. It's hard to sit still for that long. Yeah, I mean, I'm a bit of a couch potato for sure. So the sitting for long periods of time, although my body wouldn't like that, I personally don't have a huge issue with, though I know like I know I should be like, for example, I've been sat here for 3 fucking hours, and I haven't basically moved from my position once, other than midway through when I went to stand up to use the bathroom. That's one of those things that I'm trying to incorporate slowly into my routine, stretching more, drinking more water. Absolutely. Yeah, the stress from thinking if you're being entertaining or not. Yeah, that too. You know, it's, you know, and I've also kind of just come across with that. It's just like, just, you know, just let it flow. Just let it flow, comrade. You know, don't worry about it. It's, oh, Dungeon Master stream shit. I'm going to stand up real quick. You know how I know that I needed that? Because when I just cracked my back just now, it popped like bubble wrap. So you're learning, hearts. Yeah, exactly. And you know, like life in general is like a learning process. You know, it's I feel like highly egotistical to think that you know everything just by you existing, right? Like, and you know, life is like a learning process, and you know, being accepted and cognizant of that fact that you don't know everything, really, not only is it good for like hubris and being honest about yourself and stuff, but also like it's important to recognize that, because it allows more self-discovery, right? It allows you to know. Oh, you're very welcome, Zark. I'm happy to. Don't forget to tell people about your special Wednesday bounce. Oh yeah, so I mentioned this at the beginning of the stream, but I'm gonna go ahead and reiterate now, especially at Dungeon Master's request. This Wednesday at my normal stream time, 2 p.m. to 5 p.m. Eastern Standard, over on Dungeon Master's channel. We're gonna give them a shout out right now. Over on Dungeon Master's channel, we are going to be doing a Monster of the Week one shot. People are going missing at the local college, and the group is being tasked with finding out who it is. Or what's going on, who's been kidnapping people, and what's going on. My button's not working manually. Fuck it, we'll do it live. I'm not used to streaming yet, I think, but doing it once a week gains me experience very slowly. I mean, at your own pace, right? At your own pace. Everything in its time, including time, right? Yeah, it should be a lot of fun. I'm looking forward to it. I actually have I've run this adventure once before for like a personal group of mine, so I'm curious to see what's gonna happen when I just completely do like a redux on it and see how people react to it. It should be really interesting. I'm also like a little nervous because this is gonna be like, I've run plenty of games and stuff, but this is gonna be my first time running on Twitch, so it should be a pretty interesting and wild experience. I'm looking forward to it. Cage fun, yeah, it should be a lot of fun. Neat. Do you want a Scooby Snack Temple? Oh my God, Zarkray. So it's super funny that you mentioned that because so in my I play in a personal monster of the week. Twitch DMing. Yeah. Oh, awesome. Thanks, Zarkray. I appreciate it. In my personal monster of the week game that I play in, so there are all these different like playbooks and stuff, all different monster of the week themed. But the one that I play is the Meddling Kid, which is literally a riff on Scooby-Doo, which is fantastic. Like it's so much fun. I love playing this character. So the way that I've kind of constructed this character is that, so they are like the classic like meddling kid where they're always like going places where they shouldn't belong, and they have like an animal companion, and they've got a van. But the bit is that this character is he's like a YouTuber or like a blogger, and he writes blogs on supernatural phenomenon and stuff. So he's always driving around trying to find like real supernatural phenomenon to take videos on and stuff. And he's gotten some success and popularity, but like everybody believes that he's just manipulating the videos and the photographs and stuff to make it look like he's found magic when there's no actual magic. And it's like a lot of fun. There's some really good stuff. That sounds awesome. Yeah, it's great. Not a vlogger, a meddling vlogger. Exactly. That's exactly the kind of vibe that I was going for, where he's like he's always got his phone out recording, and then he makes like hype man videos after his adventures and stuff. That's like the whole gist. Don't forget your smudge stick and sanity pills. Yeah. Yeah, exactly. It's like a lot of fun. I'm really enjoying playing this character. I've got this my dog, my animal companion. Because one of the things I took was you have an animal companion and he speaks, but he speaks in such a way that not very many people can understand him. So I'm just literally doing the Ruby Roo, whoa Raggy. Like I'm just literally doing my terrible Scooby-Doo impression. I can do a good I can do an okay Shaggy as well. Like zoinks, man. There's a ghost. So it's like a lot of fun. I'm enjoying it. I think expecting, hey, what's up, guys? Think at the beginning of his recording, yeah. What's up? What's up, fam? So the character's name is Cal Valentine, and so I call that I name the name of his group, his viewers are the Valentinos. So he's always like, yo, what's up, Valentinos? Coming at you live with another video. He also wears jean cutoffs and a tie-dye shirt. So it's like I'm definitely going for the kid that lives in a van blogging kind of vibe. It's a lot of fun. It's real good. It's real good. That game is a lot of fun. Okay, so we're in the community center. From Rosenberg to all about the key cards. Everyone. The keycard encoder in the lobby is back up and running. Hopefully it won't go on the fritz again and start shooting keycards at anyone who walks by. As a reminder, in case it does break down, you can borrow a keycard from the director or one of the workers on the second floor if you lose your keycard. From Trammel L to Pickett F, please stop. Director Pickett, I must lodge a complaint. Your obsession with this Manta Queen is wasting all of our budget and holding up development on the entire exhibit. This has to stop. From Hunters and Trackers Limited. To Pickett F, please stop. Hello, Mr. Pickett. This letter is to update you regarding your request for one adult Manta Queen. As you may remember, our trackers discovered a beautiful specimen out in the wild. Per your approval, we deployed a team of our highly skilled hunters to kill it for you. We regret to inform you that the entire team has perished. Please expect an invoice from our office, including the cost of their gravesite fees, as stipulated in our contract. Additionally, we must ask you to cover the cost of all equipment damaged, corroded, dissolved, eaten, or digested, partially or otherwise. Thank you for your patronage. Please allow me to offer you the opportunity to purchase a second hunting expedition at a 10% discount. I look forward to hearing from you. Sincerely, Hunters and Trackers Limited, partnered with the Wildlife Eradication Society, the wholly owned subsidiary of Universal Defense Logistics. Hunters and Trackers Limited, teaching the fauna of Halcyon the cruel realities of existence. Oh my god. That's brutal. That's so real. Yeah, it's great, right? Man, I have to learn to keep a conversation going like you do, but a lot of times I end up not speaking because I'm focused on the run. I mean, it's just one of those things, right? It comes with practice, and also I just have like lots of things that I can talk about, and oh god, I'm slow again. I can talk about, and then I just try to string it from one point to the next, for better or for worse. It's and it's also easier. I find it to be, first of all, I want to say thank you for the compliment. Secondarily, I want to say that it's also easier when I also have like a group of lovely people in chat that are having like a very nice conversation with me, and I appreciate you guys. Thank you for being here. You guys rock. That definitely helps. I know it helps me at least. And I know I've heard other streamers say the same, where it's like, yeah, if you have people in chat like actually having like an active conversation, it definitely is helpful, because it's just, yeah, I mean, you're talking about, you're just shooting the shit, you know what I mean? You're just shooting the shit with your buds. I am blocked on streaming right now because I can't find a good crafting setup. Like you're trying to get like a camera set up for your hands, Cage. I mean, maybe touch base with Ryak. I mean, I know like his that crafting stream, these hands, that was actually the first thing that I watched on Knights of the Bantam. I was like, this guy knows how to make some good shit. 2 cams is proving difficult. Yeah, I I can't even imagine diving into the whole camera thing. Like that seems like really, really tough. I can't even, that seems like a whole new can of worm. Yeah, man, Ryak, such a good guy. That's what I'm talking about. Like it's so much easier and nicer when you have people in the chat that are just like good people that are chatting, having like a great conversation. You guys rock. You guys are awesome. And I just realized we're like 12 minutes over, but we're gonna go for just a titch longer, just a little bit, because I wanna show you guys this environment a little bit more, even though I'm over encumbered. Look at these guys, the fish. Saltuna, Salmonadae, Salinis. If the ocean and rivers are the heart and veins of Emerald Vale, then Saltuna is our highly profitable blood. These meaty fish live in the oceans and migrate upstream during mating season. Saltuna are semelparous, which means they perish after a single reproductive episode. That's when our trusty Spacer's Choice harvesters scoop up their corpses to be cleaned, processed, and canned, delivered straight to your dinner table. Fish corpse. Look at these guys. Primals. This display, fashioned to resemble a pair of mighty primals, required extensive field research. Let us have a moment of silence for the researchers who gave their lives in pursuit of authenticity. Wow. I mean, if people died for it, right? Fishy. I love these guys too. Canid, Beta lupus familiaris. Canids can be found all over Emerald Vale in 2 distinct varieties, domesticated and feral. Feral canids hunt in packs, while domesticated canids can be loyal companions. It is important to remember that the canid is still a wild animal and should be treated with caution. Oh, there's the terror race too. Coming soon, Manta Queen, Veronis Toxoderidia. Feast your eyes on the great frilled Manta Queen, sovereign of her nest, imported from the wilds of Terra 1 to thrill and excite your imagination. Oh, my imagination is both thrilled and excited. Thank you very much. So excited. Yo, Parvy. Parvy. This is better for you. Eat it. Nom. Okay. And now, Parvy. We're gonna... Still just a bit over encumbered by this stuff. Fuck it. I hate over encumbered in video games. I just hate it. It's just annoying. Like, I don't want to be looking at my inventory right now. We just get like... Sort. We got any dupes? Dupes. You know, I don't need this. Oh, it's 5 pounds. Boop. Bit cartridge. Draw. And now we can hack this. So I think we can make a card from ours. Oh no, we need hack 30, unfortunately. Chucks. I'll look at the logs real quick. History of Emerald Vale exhibit. The history of Emerald Vale, once complete, will display the proud heritage of our settlement for generations to come. Decorating the main hall of our noble community center, this elaborate diorama of memorabilia of our settlement's founding will embody the hardworking spirit of our Spacers family. The centerpiece of this grand exhibit will be the taxidermied Manta Queen, erected within our main lobby as a sign of civilization's victory over nature itself. Rector Pickett, man, like fucked up. You're gonna go and like kill a creature that's not even native on this planet just so you can exhibit it? Director Pickett, for shame. For shame, Director Pickett. Hey, that's right. And look at how badass Parvy's looking. Girl, you looking so good in that power armor. Look badass as fuck. So cool. Shame. I felt like a little bit like Cecil from Night Vale there for just a second when I was shaming him. For shame. An antique saber. Neat. Is that a unique weapon? I think it might be. Oh, it's not even a weapon. It's a special thing. Oh, cool. I never found this before. That's dope. Ooh. Up. You want to run from me, boy? No, you don't. Bonk. 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 And who would have guessed that just chomping dudes with a big old flamey axe, saw blade teeth in the tip of it? Who would have guessed that would have just worked real good? Oh, you coming with the laser axe and went nope? Yeah, he was trying to nope super hard out of that situation, wasn't he? He was like, not today. I think I like living. I think I like having my skin be on my body, and not be flayed. Flay. Flay is a fun word, but it's also messed up. Oh, I'm over encumbered again. No. Dang it. Ooh, bread noodles. Give me that worm. Delicious. And we're just gonna, oop, that's the button. I do want to say, since we have a couple of nights in this chat, I do want to say I really liked your guys' stream last night. That was, I think, one of my favorite episodes so far, because like it was just, you know, it wasn't anything crazy. It was kind of just you guys heading down the trail and having some chats and talking and then setting up for the night. But like it was like a really, really good episode. Like your guys' chemistry is always so good together, and like there was like those twists and reveals that happened throughout the course of the story. Like oh my god, what happened with fucking Todd? Like I'm still like reeling from that slightly. Like that blew me away when that happened. I like that was so cool. And then oh my god, the deep sexual tension between Todd and Crit, I was so here for that. That was amazing. I was freaking dying. That was great. Yeah, it was really good, man. You guys are I'm really digging it. I'm really digging your guys' campaign. It's a lot of fun. It's a lot of fun. And like I'm like invested now too. I want to know what's gonna happen. I want to know what's gonna happen when you get the lady, Nora. I want to know what happens when you bring Nora to the town. Like that's like what's going on with Booster too and the Dawn Egg. Like I want to know what's gonna happen, you know? Which I think means you guys are doing good. I think that's a good sign where I'm like, yeah. I don't get how carrying 10 different weapons at once is okay, but moment you grab a teacup. Yeah, exactly. To do a marathon of the main campaign at some point because I have barely time to watch long videos. It's good. It's good. I've been kind of thinking that because that in my mind is the biggest issue with actual play series on Twitch and YouTube, because I'm sure that there are some absolutely incredible ones out there. Like the one that's on the Knights channel is amazing. It's super, super good. And everybody that's in it is incredibly talented. And then like they're fucking killing it, King. You know what I mean? Like you drop this, right? Like they're doing such a good job on it, and it's brilliant, you know. And it's just like I want to be able to invest more time in other people's like streams and let's plays and stuff like that. But then it's like I feel like if I haven't watched it from the beginning, then I don't know what the fuck is going on. And then it's like and then if I have to watch it from the beginning, that's like who knows how much time I've got to invest. At that point, just let me carry everything. Exactly. I've iterated many times about my complaints about over encumbrance, so I won't do so again. But like I really want to watch Critical Role. I would really love to do that, but I also kind of don't want to invest 300 hours in doing so as well. Like, yeah, Ryak, you were same brain. Like, absolutely. Absolutely same brain. Like, I would really like to watch Critical Role, but it's like at this point I am like 300 hours, literally hours behind, and they stream every week, so it's like it's not like if every week that I don't watch it, I'm gonna be another 3 hours behind. You know, I just kind of like I feel like there should be a solution to it, but I'm not sure what the solution is. You know, like is the solution just have a recap at the beginning of every episode? I guess, but that feels like maybe not the best solution. Oh, hey, got into mechanical engineering. I need that. Maybe that's not the best solution. I don't know. I've also had this thought of there's this setting concept. I would love to watch Critical Role, but I'm like a year behind and just do not have the energy. Exactly. It's like, I mean, the stuff's incredibly bingeable. Don't get me wrong, but it's like at this point, it's one thing when you're like, oh yeah, the stuff's bingeable, and there's one season of the stuff, and that equates to like I don't know, maybe 8 hours, and it's another one. It's like I'm a year behind, and because of that fact, there's like literally 200 plus hours of content that I'm going to have to watch. Just why, you know, it's like it's daunting. I think is the best way to put it. It's just like, oh my god, I have so much stuff to catch up on, and I feel like I'm never going to. I've also had like. Which is kind of why I think what DM Chronicles doing over on his channel is kind of interesting too, where it's like he runs weekly one shots that are always fucking different, and there might be like a thread that kind of runs through them a little bit, but because it's always different people, it's always going to be different, which I think is kind of cool and totally kind of solves that problem a little bit, where it's like I don't know what's going on and I don't really know, I can't dive in to it and I can't jump in and enjoy the stream because I want to know what's happening naturally, right? You know, but you know but to then on that aspect of it, there are downsides because then there's no contiguous storyline for people who are dedicated watchers, right? And while you're watching the content, they keep pumping more content. Exactly, it's like a never-ending faucet, right? I have had an idea on how you could theoretically do something like that, do like a live stream Twitch like a live stream campaign where like you can have watched it for all the previous parts and you would have more information and you would feel like have like a more complete view of the world because of that, while simultaneously making it open to new people to come and join and be like, I don't know what's going on, but that's okay because we're recapping it at the beginning, and also it doesn't super matter a huge amount like what truly happened. And that's kind of by utilizing this game concept called a West Marches, which I really personally I played in a West Marches game for more than 6 months before I ended up like leaving that group for various reasons. But like West Marches is this really interesting concept where you're basically a group of people that are living on the outskirts of society, and you have an uncharted wilderness surrounding you to one direction, and you go out and venture into it and explore, and you find locations, and then you come back and it's basically like D&D except as a more pure open world game, which is super interesting, and it really makes players' choices important and valid because it's like, yeah, because you players decided to do this and go and investigate this thing, you guys care about it because this is where you guys went on your mission and stuff like that. But then of course you can go off in a completely other fucking direction and go to another map marker or point. It's really interesting, but like my perspective on D&D has evolved greatly in the past 2 years or so, in that like I really like Dungeons and Dragons, but also we have to be acknowledging of the fact that D&D has fucking mad ass colonizer energy in it. You know, it's like it very much is about, hey, I'm gonna go to a temple, or I'm going to go into quote unquote uncharted lands, and like meet a group of like basically indigenous people that are living there. I'm going to disrespect their ass and stomp all over their what could be their secret grounds, and then I'm gonna go into their temple and I'm gonna loot their fucking religious artifacts because from quote unquote our perspective, they're worshiping an evil god, right? But it's like everything about that is so mad colonizer energy, and I fucking detest it, you know, because it's just fucking pointless. And I don't want to be the character that's going into these people's sacred homelands, even if they're quote unquote evil, which is in itself inherently problematic, and taking their shit because they're evil or whatever. Like it's fucking lazy as fuck. In my opinion, it's just lazy to be like, oh well, all orcs and all goblins and all dark elves and all these races of sentient beings are evil inherently, right? It's like, what the fuck? Why are they inherently evil? Because an evil god made them? Then how do you explain somebody like Drist, you know, who is a dark elf, but he's not evil? He's not, you know? That's like the whole bit. Oh, thanks, Arcra. Oh, I'm gonna sit up too. And in my opinion, like, there is definitely this like heavy colonizer energy in West March's games where it's like, yeah, you go out into quote unquote uncharted lands and you discover things that haven't been put on any map, and then like you go into dungeons and stuff and you fuck shit up and you fight monsters and stuff. But the definition of monster could just mean a sentient being defending their home, which I think is fucked up, you know? Take a break, yeah. Yeah. This happens to me where I'll just get like worked up and then I'll just keep talking. Like I'm just a mile a minute. It totally happens to me. It happens even when I'm not streaming. It's just how my brain works. But yeah, and I really like West Marches, but I really don't like the colonizer vibe of you're gonna go out into these uncharted lands and explore, and then you're gonna make it your own, right? Which is very much like a heavy energy in Dungeons and Dragons, you know, which is kind of unfortunate, right? Because it's like I want to be able to go out and explore lands, but can't I have like a nice peaceful conversation with people? Like, why do we have to assume that they're evil inherently, or why do we, you know? It feels like kind of lazy DMing, you know, like just because like you can have races of creatures and you can have people be evil without saying that every single person or every single creature of this race is inherently evil, right? Isn't it more interesting to say that? Yeah, a person who's a cleric could be fucking evil and they could be fucking tricking the entire population of the town into believing that they're like this nice noble priest or cleric or what have you, when really they're just this evil piece of shit person, right? Like, and they're using their power to manipulate and control people, right? Which is a more active reflection of the real world, right? Where it's like people will pretend to be good when they're actually shills or pieces of shit, you know what I mean? And it's like, it makes more sense to me that you would have good and bad facets in all societies, all cultures, all races of people, like just like in the real world. Everybody, like, there's no good or evil race. There are good people and bad people of all races, creeds, colors, you know, whatever, you know. It doesn't, you know, if I find it to be inherently lazy DMing to be like, oh no, all these people they're all evil. They're evil, you know. You know, unless you're literally a fucking demon from the 9 hells, like that doesn't make sense to me, right? And even then, some of that demonic stuff, like I feel like I don't know. That's a whole other topic for sure. But like, it's just kind of like, it feels like lazy because it's like, I would much rather play in a world of gray than a world of black and white. Throat needs water too. Yeah, don't worry. Like, I like listening to people be passionate about stuff. Good. Indeed. Overgeneralization is a slippery slope. Yeah, exactly. Right. Yeah, I super agree with that. Because it's like,
but Conrad sells real good disinfectant.
It's dangerous, right? And it also doesn't just make sense, you know. It really just doesn't. Like, We can make these. There's no problem with us making a world of fantasy that is more realistic and more reflective of our real world. If you're wanting to tackle these concepts, but like if you're just going to say that X race of creatures is inherently evil, then that just feels fucking lazy in my opinion. Like there's just really no.
Wish we had some better rap.
There's really no other word for it, I think, because it's just like out of the literal boundless imagination that you could have created. Out of that you're literally pulling something from nothing in this creation that you're making, and you're just gonna literally gonna fall on like tropes like that. It's just, why not do something more imaginative? Why not do something more interesting? You know, like that. I really like the way that Eberron handles it, where it's like, yeah, because the gods aren't really around in Eberron, everybody's opinion of them is that there's no like confirmation that they exist, and people who are good people can do evil things and vice versa, right? Like going back to that concept of the cleric who's like actually evil, right? And is just tricking people, right? That totally makes sense. But in the Forgotten Realms, that makes no sense, because if you're a priest or a cleric who's doing evil shit in the name of a good god, then that god will literally come down or send his peons down to come and fuck your shit up and be like, why are you doing this stuff in my name? That's not cool, brother. You know, like, but because the gods are hands off in Eberron, it makes, you know, more contextual sense to be like, yeah, this is why, you know, this is how good people can do evil things, and evil people can do good things, and good people can subvert concepts of good and evil to make their like goals happen and stuff. Like I really like that tone in Eberron specifically, because it's much more imaginative, right? It's much more interesting.
Nothing. Just don't
It's just it's such a different tone. All right, so we're I'm gonna go ahead and call the stream there, because I could just talk about this shit like literally all day, because it really does tie back into like what I was thinking about in terms of running a West March and stuff, because it's like I don't want to have this heavy colonizer energy in my game where it's like, yeah, the party is going out into lands that are being inhabited by goblinoids or other races of creatures, and then just have them fucking genocide their asses. Like I really don't want to do that. And so I've been trying to think of like ways to get around that, to sidestep that issue. And one of the ways that I thought of was just don't have any sentient monsters out there. Like don't include goblinoids or kobolds or any of those like proper sentient creatures, orcs. Don't have them be out there as like a race of creatures that could be genocided, because I feel like I would want to play with people that wouldn't go out and inherently do that. But it makes me nervous just even having that concept or stuff in the game in general, because it feels unnecessary, right? So just do non-sentient monsters. There's so many non-sentient monsters in Dungeons and Dragons. Do slimes. You've got slimes, you've got undead, you've got constructs. Like there's so many things that you could use instead that I think it's totally possible that you could fill a campaign world with that. The other option that I had thought of was, there's a spider. One second. God damn it. It's Hornet. Sorry, Hornet. Imagine a cleric who hides his presence from his god while abusing his power and make a good villain. Yeah, right. And then it would be really interesting too, right? Like that has so much capacity for such political intrigue, right? Like maybe said God asked the players to help them deal with that or something. Yeah, exactly, right? Like it's just, in my opinion, it's just kind of lazy, you know? Like, why not do something more interesting? Why not create a better story, right? Like, just do it, you know? It might be a little bit harder than going with the general overgeneralization of, oh, all these people, all these races of creatures are evil, but also that's racist as fuck, brother, or comrade. You know, it's bad, you know? It's just bad. And, you know, we live in the 21st century. It's time we fucking acted like it, you know? It's just sick of this shit. Just sick of it. All right, but this has been my stream for the day, guys. I hope you all enjoyed it. I hope you all were entertained by my musings and ramblings and etc. Thank you all for coming by, showing up. I want to give a special shout out to Dungeon Master for the gifted sub.
Darkray for the raid, and Simmershi for the raid as well. Thank you guys so much for coming in and hanging out. I super appreciate it. Thank you for being here, Ryak. I really appreciate you guys coming and supporting me. Let's go ahead and see who's live while we're doing this wrap up. This button gonna work? It's gonna work. Awesome possum. All right. So I think what we're gonna do, let's go ahead and send us right on over to Jonas over at JTTG. He's gonna be in that Wednesday. Oh, Dungeon Glitch just gifted us up the gold balloon. Oh, thank you so much, Dungeon Glitch. I super appreciate it. Thank you so much, brother. Or comrade. Fuck. I'm gonna get there. I promise. It's gonna happen. It's gonna happen. But we're gonna go over and go over ahead and raid Jonas. Like super cool guy, and he's gonna be in my Wednesday Monster of the Week one shot. So I'm gonna go ahead. We're gonna go give that guy some love. Let me go ahead and drop the raid message. But yeah, I just want to go ahead and say again, thanks to everybody who came by, hung out, supported the channel. I super appreciate you guys. We're gonna go send Jonas some love. Yeah, hope you guys have a great rest of your Monday. Hope you guys have a great Tuesday, and I'll talk to you guys on Wednesday. Alrighty, so long, guys. Thanks, Darkray. Later, guys. Oh, I always forget that I gotta hit the button first. I will enjoy that Hollow Knight clip. I will. It'll be great. I'm looking forward to it. Alrighty, so long, guys. Take it easy now.